Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Reality Skewed Gamers D&D session. We are here for another Wildemount campaign, and there's a lot of fun, but there's also a couple missing people who I think will be joining a little bit later, but we'll be starting without them as we continue. So welcome to all of you that are here. It is D&D time, and yeah, we've been having quite an interesting conversation. That's all I can say. We are worried about some of the members of our party for different reasons. Yeah, that's all I can say. Just different reasons. But
yeah.
But with that, let's go ahead and get everyone introduced. Thank you, Corinth. Corinth subbing tier 1, 38 months. Thank you, Mr. Corinth. So, let us get started with Mr. Corinth himself.
I'm King Adolin Brightaxe, your dwarven eldritch knight and lead the Lord.
I feel like this is going to be like a Game of Thrones thing where we're just going to constantly add titles to Hadlin's name.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh god, do I have to memorize all of them and say them every time he walks into a room
You are the
now?
hand of the king, so yes.
Oh, I'm going to start adding some of my own then.
King Hadolin, the Grand Poobah,
Seducer of violinist.
Cellists. Cellists.
Cellist, sorry. Seducer of cellists.
Slayer of mighty sandwiches.
Breaker
First of his
walls.
name.
Oh my god, we just need a whole collection of Hadlin titles now. Okay, and then thank you to Johnny subbing tier 1 for 35 months. Thank you so much, Johnny. And let's go to Johnny now for his intro.
I'm playing as Reed Tealeaf, halfling rogue assassin, hand of the king, forgetter of numerous titles.
That title lets you get away with everything else at this point. How they're just like, why don't you remember my name? I'm the forgetter of names.
Oh.
It's going to be like when Jon Snow went and hit the other guy. And he's like, oh, this is Jon Snow, King of the North.
Oh my god. Next up, we have Ranger.
I have no titles, I'm just Leo.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Simple. Elegant. For more civilized time.
Provoker of demons.
Oh, I don't provoke shit.
And then
They were like, I was like, let's try to end this amicably. Fuck you. All right, well, let's try this. What about this?
Message for you, sir.
And then we have Mr. Grimothy.
Oh, I'm playing as Drimzal Turin, the party's cleric.
And then I am Finn. I am your DM. But in the current situation, I am returning as Balin Nightbleeder, the former group sorcerer.
Yay! Huzzah!
I thought you were dead.
We've seen all kinds of horrible things happen to you.
When we last saw him, he had a sword in his chest.
Meanwhile, back at the Legion of Doom.
Oh my god. There is so much.
Balin
I got
Nightbleeder,
better.
survival of crucifixions.
Last time I saw you, you were scared. Well, I got better.
You don't want to know where the hand of Vecna touched you.
Oh my god. Well, I guess this is the way we're starting out D&D. So.
Vecna touched your no-no square.
Show me on the Balin where the Vecna touched you.
This is what happens when Ouchie's late.
I don't know if Ouchie would be upset with this or be adding to it.
No, she'd be adding.
Yeah, I think she'd be adding. Oh my god. Okay. Well, let us go into the intro, and then we can go ahead and start with the summary of episode 59 as we get ready for episode 60.
Magic and mystery, we seek adventure and history. With swords in hands and spells to cast, our journey starts and death is cast. In the land of dragons and dungeons, we fight for our honor and our glory. With gods conspiring against us, rise above to tell our story. From dark taverns to mountains high, our fates await, we can't deny. We'll face the foes that lurk within, and with a battle cry we shall begin. We'll wield our swords and magic spells against the beasts that haunt our realm. Our courage will not falter as we fight for our kingdom's will. Journey through the wilderness and face our foes that lie ahead. With our companions by our side, we'll fight until we're dead. In a world of magic and mystery, we seek adventure and history. With swords in hands and spells to cast, our journey starts and death is cast. So come with us and join our quest.
All right, so last session, the group was... Hello, Ouchie. Ouchie's in chat. She's just listening right now. So Elione is here with ears only. Which, not an insult because you're an elf. It's just the way it is right now. Okay, so...
She rolled a nat 20 on her stealth check.
So, last session, No, she is not sleeping. Okay, so last session, we started by Critty awakening inside of the tiny hut that Dwayne had cast after a very perplexing dream involving Tiamat. The group quickly surrounded Dwayne and Critty to make sure Critty was not evil, was herself, wanted to see what she remembered. Critty did not really remember much. She remembered heading towards Hupperduke, and next thing she knows, she remembers heading towards Reed's farm. Not really filling in the gap of an entire year, which she really did not seem to have realized had lapsed. They took her in, they were questioning her and a couple of the Kegheim guard that were there with Reed as part of... Oh, and I wrote it down this time. The... hold on, I have it highlighted. Where's the highlight? It is
I
the
don't know. I'm not there to look for you.
Vakar en Iduin,
Yep.
which is the Assassin's Guild of Kegheim, had come along and quickly reported to Reed using the measures that he had actually learned as part of the Volstruckers that there were some demons approaching, very much in some ways matching the vision that was given to Hadlin after looking into his book. They quickly all put Critty inside of the house, Dwayne being a protector for a bit of Critty, and Leo then proceeded to engage with the fiends that had come. They tried to negotiate something where they would walk away, but they seemed very much interested in only getting Critty and leaving. But tempers got heated and combat began. It was a very fierce battle where there were 3 fiends, even though only 2 were visible to the group. The third...
And Leo became a pincushion.
There were 9 at least. Come on, DM. Exaggerate the story like a kid.
That's the way you can tell it. My summary will not include that.
I don't know.
from
I could
Hadlin-
have sworn I counted 12.
There you go. You guys can do that all you want. I'm reporting it from the outer perspective, and
I mean, that's not counting all the army in the background that we could hear.
That's true. That is true. So, a battle ensued with the questionable number of fiends that were there looking for Critty. It was a heated battle. A couple of people went down or were very close to going down. A death ward and some heals helped to keep the party going. And at the very end, a strange happening occurred. One of the fiends, known as Aaron, had gone in and all you saw was Critty covered in the blood of Aaron. As Critty came out, she was not the same as what she was when she first arrived. Combat ensued, and the frog demon, in now having Critty, but also sensing that there was some danger in their combat, little less confident than before, even though they had taken out some of the group here, decided that it would be best to retreat. And the demon, along with Critty, disappeared. The other demons that were there did not seem to continue the engagement either, but they were not found. As part of this, Reed was also put inside of a force cage while on the roof of the building. And with rolls done just prior to this, it took 3 minutes for Reed to get just enough of a hole to Misty step out of that force cage. And we will begin with Reed busting through the force cage after 3 minutes of halfling cursing.
Ugh. It took a bit.
And the rest of
Everyone
you have
else
all
all right?
seen
Well-
Reed struggling up there.
Yeah, considering none of us except for Reed speaks halfling. So it's a lot of gibberish.
A bunch of nursery rhymes, really. So is everyone all right?
I'm still inside the house. I guess this is after all the fighting, Finn.
Yeah, no one's actually told you or Dwayne yet that everything is clear. You have some view outside of the window that you guys have been kind of going towards. So you can kind of alternate like you were doing the combat. So it takes about 6 seconds, and you see everyone kind of, just looking around at this point.
The window
just-
open, broken.
I don't think we ever got. We don't think we ever.
They were opening it, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Okay.
We were.
There was a
respectful.
natural one, but nothing happened as a result of the
Well, I
natural
was
one,
trying
so
to
we're
shoot the
fine.
king in revenge.
Yeah. And that failed miserably, so yeah. Balin, as soon as Drum hugs him, just says, "Give me 1 second," and you see him dash to the other side of the house very quickly. His two compatriots are still there. Where are they on the map? I don't even see them anymore. I feel like I lost them on the map. But his two compatriots that he came with are still here once I find them.
They're hiding
Yeah.
really, really well.
Oh, you know what it is? I think I know where it is. Hold on.
Didn't they go into the shadow looking for whoever was shooting at us from there?
Yes, that is exactly what happened. And the thing is, on the stream, I'm using the Roll20 that gives a player view, so I can't see it. So I have to go to my DM. I have to go to my DM window to bring.
I'd like to hide in layer 4, Finn. What do I roll?
Hush you.
Yeah, really. That's like super stealth.
Okay, they're there. They're there. They're near Drum now. So
Where? I don't. Oh, they're there.
yeah, they're just
blend
above
right
Drum.
in.
Yep. So Balin goes to the other side of the building. He returns back in his normal form, no longer glowing in kind of that holy aura, and he is accompanied by your two Kegheim assassins, which will just create some tokens there for them. I'll just create some rando ones.
I look at the two of them. So what's your kill count?
One of them goes 3, and the other goes 2.
Insight check.
Oh, you see that they have blood and stuff on them. You can do an insight.
Oh, okay. As long as they
Yeah.
have something to back it up.
Yep. No. They've definitely been in combat.
Okay.
They seem like the lesser. You guys seem to have the harder stuff.
I hope so.
But they seemed okay.
Did you find anything on the 5 you killed?
Nothing in particular. We searched, but they had nothing on them. Just loincloths.
All right, they can keep that. It's not
Hello,
too often you
Hadlin.
get like a loincloth of protection.
Yeah, Hadlin hugs Balin.
Mm-hmm. And Balin hugs back like he hugged Drum.
I knew you'd need our help.
I'll go over and I'll tug on Balin's coat. Good to see you, lad.
He kind of goes down to a knee and gives you a hug too.
Group hug. I love you guys.
Ellie is not snoring. Ellie would come over. I don't think she would hug, but she would come over.
Oh, no. Don't think you're getting out of this one, too.
So wait.
Where are the others?
What others
Well,
are you talking?
I'll peek in the window and since all they'll see pretty much is like this much of me head, I'll wave and signal them out.
Leo ain't moving anywhere. Leo is fucked up. He is on the ground, like just smoking his pipe, and he ain't moving.
And Dwayne will come out because he has to document everything. Dwayne just looks. Hello, it is good to see you again. And Balin just kind of nods, continues hugging the rest of you. Then he looks at Hadlin. Why do you think I needed help?
Because we had a spooky shared dream. I mean, I kind of thought it was pretty cool up until the end. But, yeah, we saw you in Avernus fighting a losing fight against Tiamat and Archon.
Wait.
Yeah, we
that...
kind of saw you get, skewered by, like, this big old flaming sword.
The one that was held by Archon?
Yes. He had some spooky floating hand, too.
Wait. So you had that vision as well?
Yep.
I came here to help you because of that.
Well, you were the one clearly needing help in that vision, not me.
You all were surrounded by, like, hundreds of demons that were coming endlessly for you. I only got screwed after Tiamat showed up.
Well, I was fighting Tiamat. It was looking good. Pretty favorable.
I do vaguely remember that.
Yep.
Damn it, Finn.
See, guys? Told you.
I did not realize that you all had the same vision as well.
Just for the record, our former associate didn't have that dream, but she seems kind of embroiled in it now based on the demons that possessed her or whatever.
Are you talking about Critty?
Yep.
That is actually the main reason I came. Let me go look to see. Did you see where Aaron went?
Well, Aaron's body is in there. I think Aaron kind of went in Critty, if that's what you mean.
And you see Balin go even more pale than before. And he kind of goes in the direction that you pointed. And so he'll go inside.
Wow, I didn't think he could get any more paler.
I'll go in with him.
And he begins looking around where all of the stuff is kind of there. And when you walk in, Reed and Hadlin, you can see it from there. There is a pool of blood underneath Aaron. As you look closer, you can roll an investigation to try and figure out a little more. I'm going to roll an investigation on Balin as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd roll it on the other one.
I'll be right back.
Hadlin, you see it. Reed, you see it. And then Balin. See if he can see it. No. So Balin begins looking, and he just sees the blood, but he's not really able to figure it out. You see him like searching for something, but he's not seeing it. Critty was in the spot in between where Reed and Balin were. Hadlin, you can see it. Reed, you can definitely see it. In that spot where Critty is blood that seems to be going from Aaron into that spot. Almost maybe if there's like a little bit of a slope, and so it's kind of pooling a little bit. But underneath that pool of blood, you see kind of blackened, burnt blood. And as you look closer, there seems to be blood burnt in the symbol of a pentagram underneath the fresh blood that's on top.
What's
Balins
that?
are searching. What is what? I only see the blood, and you see him kind of like sloshing, like trying to move the blood around because he's convinced there should be something here, but he's not finding it.
That's
there.
an excuse for no Florin.
Right there. Right there.
Right where?
I pointed out to him where the pentagram is.
Okay. So after moving some of the blood around per your direction, I'm assuming you guys aren't touching it. But as Balin's kind of like moving the blood around looking, he finally finds it. And I guess they were finally successful.
Successful in what?
And Balin kind of looks around. Is there a better place that we can talk?
Should we go to Kegheim?
That seems like a safer place than this right now.
All right, give us a few minutes. Let's just straighten up here. I will look at Aaron the demon's dead body. I'll draw my sword and sort of poke at it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Any movement? How much of a body is still there?
Okay, so with your investigation and you being so close, you also see that she slit both of her wrists.
Can we get like an arcana? Can we get an arcana to figure out like what the heck happened?
Yeah, you can try. You can actually do an insight first. Do an insight
Drama
first.
wander in.
Let me start there. Okay.
Good.
Hadlin, you can do an arcana to figure out by yourself, but you're pretty sure Balin knows exactly what happened here. He just doesn't want to say it out in the open. You can investigate to try and figure it out on your own. I'll leave that to you if you want to do an arcana.
Please, that was an athletic. That was the wrong
Yeah.
one. But they're the same roll, so either way. they're
You're
both
very
plus-
athletic when you do this. Good job.
They're both +9.
He runs around the circle going, ah!
So you're
Just
able to.
flexes at it.
I'm not saying anything, but I at least want to get like an idea of the area, like the arcane purpose of this stuff before we leave it. Basically,
Okay,
is what
I
I'm
got you.
going for.
Yep. So all you can tell with that is that she has sacrificed herself in order to do. I guess this is kind of vague, but that's all you're able to get. She's doing something very demonic to Critty.
Okay.
Would
Reed,
that
what
like
do
be a religion roll or something?
You can try a religion roll. Yeah, go ahead and
Sure,
try
why
a
not?
religion. We'll see what you're able to get. You're able to pick up the same thing that Hadlin is. It's a demonic ritual of some kind. The specifics, it's hard to tell.
Well, whatever it is, it can't be something good.
Nope. Reed, what do we need to do to secure the farm before we leave?
Well, first off, I'm going to tell Thor to get a mop. I don't really know if there's that much more. I mean, we'll leave the two fellas here. They'll be able to radio back if anything goes wrong.
Well, we can.
We can use cantrips and stuff at least to clean the place up before we leave. I don't want to leave a whole bunch of demon blood around in your house. That just seems kind of rude.
Yeah, Balin, she all right to search? Or am I gonna, grow 2 feet and horns and such?
I think she's fine to search, but I would not touch her whip. It is poisoned.
Okay, good to know.
I wouldn't touch her weapons, so I would be careful.
And they're probably the most fun thing she has on her.
Probably.
Mom,
Speak-
Dad, don't touch it. It's evil.
Speak for yourself. You didn't get hit with the damn thing.
Well, I'm just saying it might be handy to have those things eventually. I'll give her a quick once over at least. It's 24 again.
Yeah, you look over and she really doesn't have anything on her.
Other than the really fun, dangerous weapons.
Exactly, her weapons. So you can kind of surmise you've done enough with your background. You don't need to roll for this. Between what your guards told you about the minions in the back and what you saw of the other guys plus investigating this, you're pretty sure they were on a very quick search, retrieve, and escape kind of mission. They were not carrying things for long. They knew where Critty was. They were coming straight for her. The goal was to get her and escape with her.
All right. Balin, if we stuff her in the bag of holding, is that going to do bad things?
Let me see if Balin would know. It might stink up your bag of holding a little bit, but other than that, I don't think there's any issue with putting her in there.
All right. Guys, give me a hand with this. I'll stuff her in the bag of holding.
Yeah, maybe we can stuff her weapons in there too. I could probably put some priests on researching where those came from.
That's a good idea. Don't touch them, though.
I guess what? Nudge him with a stick.
I'll go over and I'll grab the mop anyway, and I'll start sort of lifting it up with the mop and drop it in the bag of holding.
Man, why did I just get a scene from John Wick where Reed's given some dudes some gold coins and they're clean up? I didn't know you were working again, John.
Oh man,
yeah.
You have a completely different vision. My vision was a Family Guy with Peter trying to get that frog out the window. I don't know if you saw that. There was a dead frog, and he had a shoebox lid and was trying to get it out the window. And literally, every time he lifted it, it fell back down. And it was just like... It took him 2 minutes.
Nice.
That's basically what I'm picturing with Johnny trying to get this girl into a bed.
Oh, no, her, I got no problem. I'm just shoving her in.
I know.
It's the weapons.
Yeah.
So I figure if nothing else, maybe back at Kegheim, we've got somebody who might be able to speak with Dead.
Mm-hmm.
And have a little time to converse with her. I'll start trying to mop, and eventually I'll sort of yell out to Thordir, like, you may want to go get the saw and replace these floor planks with the pentagram on it. Got a feeling that's probably not the best thing to have in the house.
Thordir is visibly shaken by all of this stuff. He does as you're telling him, but you can tell he's kind of frightened by everything that's happened.
I'll make sure I pull him aside, and you're doing fine, lad. You're doing a good job. It's the reason I left you in charge here. I know you can handle yourself. I'm going to send a few more of the guards back to help you.
Even some of your team went down. How are we supposed to hold up if they come back?
They got what they want.
Yeah, somehow I get a feeling they're not coming back.
I doubt they will too. Just in case, though, we'll also be taking those floorboards as soon as you get them sawed out the floor. Just in case.
I can also leave the twins with you until tomorrow. We will need to go back to Avernus tomorrow.
I'll head into the kitchen, make a couple of pots of tea. I'll bring a cup into Leo, along with an ashtray.
Leo's not looking good. He is fucked up. He's just sitting there, all bloodied and cut up, and just sitting there on the floor smoking his pipe. He is not able to really do much right now.
So, You've had better days.
Oh, you think, old boy?
I
Y'all still
guess-
want to go? I look directly at Hadlin. That was just 2. You want to go to Avernus? Where that's everywhere?
Needs be.
I don't know about you. I think we can take them.
I think you're a fool. Those 3 creatures just kicked the shit out of us. Handily.
I think we
And
need
they
to read up a
don't
bit more on
end.
demons.
Well, demons, there's ways to counter them. Silver, the old ways was iron. I'm not big fans of iron. But they have tons of magical resistance and resistance to things. So we are not equipped to face this in any sense of the imagination.
Well, here's the deal. Why don't we invite them all over for dinner? Give them a bunch of the dwarven ale, see how well they can handle that.
I think they would do well and then eat us. Devils are a little bit more predictable because they're more law and order. Evil, but demons, you have no idea. They just want to bring chaos. They don't fight uniquely in the sense that you can predict what they're going to do. So it's interesting, though. The vision was for Avernus, but we're dealing with demons. I'm puzzled by this.
The really quick, Leo, the Aranyas is actually a devil, not a demon.
I thought she was a devil, but I had to
Oh,
look
so she
her.
was a devil, huh?
She is
Yeah.
a devil.
Yeah,
I
I
kept
thought she
putting marks
was,
down
but
she was a demon.
even then, yeah.
Well, at this point, it matters not. We don't even know where we're going or what we're doing. We have to deal with what the here and now is, and we can't protect ourselves here at the farm. We have to go back to Kegheim.
Someone could pick me up and drag me. I would be most appreciative.
Drum.
Yeah, Drum's probably a better candidate than any of us that are shorter than you. Which honestly is most of us.
And actually, sorry, just to clarify, the frog was a Nurglid, which is also a devil.
Okay, I would have known that then. Okay,
Yeah,
I thought
fair.
you said they were demons because you kind of did them differently. Okay.
Yeah, I had thought that you had said they were demons as well, but
I apologize if I said that. They're all devils.
You're a devil.
You can
Alright,
have a devil, and you can have a devil, and you can have a devil.
out of curiosity, how much would Reed know about devils, demons, all that sort of stuff?
You haven't, if I remember correctly, even with your days of the Volstrucker, you were more above ground and doing stuff for Dwendelian. There were some things, but not a lot. So go ahead and roll what would be Arcana? You can roll an Arcana with, are you proficient?
No.
Okay, go ahead and roll it with disadvantage.
Oh.
Because this is definitely not in your,
A 7.
Yeah, this isn't normal things that you are coming across. Especially these kind of higher level ones. If it's a lower one, maybe some difference, but these are a little bit higher, so.
I know enough not to play with them.
Yeah. And if you didn't before, you do now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was able to observe them a fair amount when I was up on the roof, and it was really critty to put the whammy on me.
Correct.
So.
She put the whammy on everybody, dude. That hurt.
Well, none of them were lightweights. I mean, all right. So I'll go over and I'll help finish sawing out the pentagram in order to help replenish the resale value of the house. I'll stuff them then into the bag of holding as well.
Okay.
Finish my tea. I don't know. Is there anything else around the house I want to do? I'll just check on the stores, make sure that the food production's still going well, and he has everything he needs.
Yeah, I think everything is fine with all of that. We've recovered pretty good amount of crop after the fire incident from before, so I think we're okay.
All right, if you need anything, let us know. And like I said, I'll send a few more of the fellas over. Might not be until morning, but Alan's leaving you his two fellas with you, so you're in good hands.
Okay. Still very nervous, but goes about doing everything he needs to.
I'll reach into my pocket and I'll have had little badges made up for all the members of the society.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give them one. I'll say, "You earned your way in today, boy. So just keep your chin up."
He takes it. There's still the fear, but a little bit of sense of pride. He pins it on and then continues doing his work.
Good man.
So you see him just starting to grab pieces of wood and sawing out the correct sizes, measuring twice, cutting once, doing all the usual things.
Good boy. Good boy.
And then Dwayne looks at you guys. So are we ready to go?
I suppose so. Anything else?
Not I know of.
Okay. So you guys head into the back room where the teleportation circle is.
Yep.
Make your way over there. Dwayne does his teleportation circle. And you guys, leaving behind your two Kegheim assassins, as well as the two people from Balin's group with Thordir, make your way over to Kegheim again. There you go.
Oh, I'm still on top of the statue. Look at that.
Damn it, get out of there.
Wow, that Ellie is really strong. Every time I appear here, I'm on top of this bloody
God.
statue.
You
I
guys can-
swear, if I have to go up there one more time and get you, I'm going to lose my mind.
I'll come down, go walking around.
Yeah, you guys
I don't
can go
even
ahead
know
and
where
put
I
your-
am.
Where is everybody?
I don't think you guys are on the map at the moment, so go ahead and put yourselves on.
All right, is there like a, I don't know, like a Star Trek style conference room that we all sit in and use up 20 minutes of every episode in?
Read to you to the bridge.
So, for privacy conference rooms, there are some quiet areas inside the Cobalt Soul area, which you could always go. You could always go to Hadlin's quarters, which is in the middle with the crown, which nobody's really there except for Hadlin and whatever guards, but he can always dismiss them. So, those are probably be your two quietest areas.
I invoke the cone of silence.
Well, I mean, if we want to go to the safest place in Kegheim, we should go talk by the forge. It would warm us and provide us guidance. That's probably where we should go. Perhaps since the tree's there too, we could sit near the tree.
I'm going to see a physician.
Gee, if only we had a cleric who heals people.
He apparently
Yeah.
doesn't, so I'm going to go to the medical ward.
All right, we'll be over in the forge then. As
Funny
soon as
thing
you
how
get patched up.
the people that were getting shot didn't die, but the cleric did. Oh God, he wasn't doing any healing, they say.
There's a difference between healing and human shielding. There's a. All right, so I guess we'll start making our way to the forge then.
Making
As
our
we're
way
walking-
downtown in Kegheim.
I'll give out a big whistle, signaling Renauld.
Actually, I just look at Raid. Can't you summon someone to come heal me real quick? I mean, my God.
Well,
King
most of the
hand.
people I employ are meant to kill people, not heal them.
Well, at last I checked, you were the king's hand.
Yeah.
Helen, I'm going to skip the bureaucracy here. Can you summon someone to heal me, for God's sakes?
Yeah, I'll summon Eureka, the head priestess of the Temple of Eternal
Thank
Night.
you.
So I
Whatever
summon
she
her.
is. Yes,
I summon
whatever.
Eureka.
Please, yes,
Okay.
please. Jesus.
Eureka comes over. Yes, Master Hadlin?
We were in a pretty perilous battle against like 15 devils and demons and stuff.
Oh no!
And-
And she like quickly starts inspecting you.
I mean, I was fine. I took the brunt of them and their leader Solo, but Leo over here got the shit kicked out of him. Can you
What
help
the
him out?
What the hell?
Oh,
I definitely didn't throw my hammer at him. Nope.
What the hell? You sure
Bright
did.
axe didn't hit him. Nope.
oh! Not
Yeah,
everyone can be
ignore
as strong as the king. And she goes over and looks at Leo.
This is where the axe hit me. He's lying.
I mean, I see that a axe hit you. I can't say for sure that it was his
Okay,
axe.
go take Bright Axe and then measure the actual length of the blade here. It hit me.
He wouldn't have gotten up if Bright Axe would have hit him. Come on, Eureka.
I'll be gently petting Ronald. That's right, boy. The safest place on the battlefield is far away from Hadlin. Yes, that's right.
Eureka looks at you and says, okay, hold on 1 second. And she casts a spell, and you get healed for 70 hit points.
That's good enough. I'll rest I was at 6 or 7.
Oh, you weren't just in the red, you were in the flashing red.
Well, actually, if it
no
had,
kidding.
if I
Like
not
your
had,
His death ward
entrails
trigger.
were hanging out.
yeah,
his
my death ward
ward
was triggered. If that had not hit, I would have died. Like I literally would have died from that hit.
Oof.
The cleric did his job. All right, so anything else, King Hadlin? I'm here to serve.
Actually, we probably will need your help eventually, but I kind of got to figure out the lay of this whole situation. Balin's got to like update me once I got a handle on it. Then I'll come seek your guidance. But probably till then, we should figure it out amongst ourselves. At least
Okay.
I think that's what a head priestess would tell me.
Very well. I will go return to the temple. And Eureka is there, and then she goes over to Drom, actually. Master Drom, I believe people have found some information for you whenever you have time.
Ah, outstanding. I'll come and check it out when we're done here.
And she goes back to the temple.
Thank you.
She bows to King Hadlin and then walks away. She's like blushing after doing all that.
I'll sort of nudge Hadlin. Well, make it nice with the priestess now too.
Yep, she's pretty smart. She knows what she's doing. All right, let's figure out what's going on here. I'll tell us what to do. Balin, what's going on? What's going on? I need a drink, actually. Hold on, I get my drink out. All right, now you can go.
I put a kettle on the forge.
So before I
Yes.
go into all of the other stuff, how much do you know so far of what is happening in the world?
Since, whoa, what do you?
Which
That's a
part of
kinda-
the world?
Do you,
Yeah, it's
do,
a pretty in-depth question there.
well, do you know of everything between Loth and Tiamat and Uk'otoa and all the other craziness that is happening?
Yeah, the moon spoke to us and told us some of that stuff.
Okay.
I
Out of
think that-
curiosity, the guy in charge of the new super secret spy network assassin guild,
Mm-hmm.
how much would I know about all of this stuff?
You know all of this because Ellie got this information from Lumen and told you guys a while ago.
Okay, but I mean the world in general. Like,
Oh, the world in
Am I-
general, you're getting periodic updates, but you are all more focused on getting Kegheim up over this past year. So you've heard little bits and pieces, but full details about things going on the outside. You hear of chaos, you hear of an occasional demon presence, but hard to piece together any true stuff. Like what exactly is a plot right now.
Thus far, I've been successful in keeping Kegheim out of the grasp of Tiamat, Uk'otoa, and Loth, but I think it pissed him off.
I would agree. I think that there is stuff going on there. Ellie says, "Stupid Lumen."
Light bulb guy.
So there is another factor at play in all of this, and it is more in the realm of Exandria. Do you remember who the leader of the Myriad is? You can roll a history if you don't recall. It's a
Yes, please.
yeah.
I mean, I think I do, but Critty's dad, isn't it?
It is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
So
I
Hadlin
remember.
remembers. Yeah, it is Critty's dad. His goal right now is to try and steal the Luxon from the Kryn.
No! I want one of those.
It probably would help Kegheim. Might bring more
Yep.
attention onto Kegheim than you want, though.
Yeah, it's for later. How'd you know that?
So, anyways, he is after the Luxon, and he is trying to distract the Kryn. He believes the key to all of this is actually Critty. Did you talk to Critty at all before her transformation?
A little. She was kind of mind wiped. She didn't
It was
remember
ultra-
last year.
It was ultra frustrating. Yeah.
I mean, more so than usual.
That is not surprising.
But it was
She
more
had
so
a-
than usual.
She had like this ultra powerful spell on her, and we figured, hey, we should try and dispel it. It probably won't work, and then somehow Drom dispelled it.
In a way, it is good that you did.
Figured it was bad, like that was what was keeping her off the devil's radar.
Actually, she was being tracked regardless. There's no real easy way to say this all, but Critty has been in Avernus for the past year. The one that you saw as Aaron is one that we have been trying to control. It turns out that Critty is not just actually an elf, but she is actually a fairy. And you guys can roll an Arcana to see if you know. And fairy is FEY''RI.
Wow, I wish one of our wizards were here.
Actually, even a 12 is actually
Oh!
very nice.
Okay.
So Hadlin, you know that a fairy is something to do with elves and not being themselves, but you don't know exactly what it is. Reed, you know exactly what a fairy is. It is
Somebody dresses in a artificial animal fursuit.
No. So a fairy is actually half elf and then half fiend. Critty is indeed the daughter of the leader of the Myriad, but her mother was actually a devil. They have been trying to bring out that devil side of her for the past year. It turns out that the blood of Aaron was actually what was helping to convert her. And they were hoping that the sacrifice of Aaron would not be needed. They had kept her trapped and had been torturing her for the past year to try and bring out the demon side of her.
To what end?
The end is what you saw. Being that she
Oh.
escaped and left, Erin did the only way that she could to finalize the transformation and sacrificed herself.
I mean, by what end? Why? Pretty. Why now?
Because they believe now Critty can cause enough chaos in Iselcross to distract the Kryn, and Critty's father can make a move to try and grab the Luxon. Removing the Luxon from the Kryn is also what Loth is hoping for as well, although Loth hopes for itself to destroy it. But right now they're all just allies for the sake of common goals.
Well, so the big issue is that if the Kryn can defend themselves, it sort of shoots their whole plan in the foot.
It is more that they're going to have to spend resources to try and defend Iselcross. They are already expending themselves to fight the Dwendalian to try and recover some of the magic that is in Uthadern and Aor.
Do we know why he's trying to get this Luxon?
Super powerful. That's why I want one for Kegot.
That's exactly it.
We'll see about that later, but
So then
It is a
why don't
powerful
we just go
beacon.
get it before Mr. Batty can get a hold of it?
I mean, I'll-
Crossing into the Kryn and trying to recover a Luxon is not the easiest thing.
no, it's
yeah,
not.
I was more hoping to like forge some kind of arrangement with the Kryn, or seek some kind of tenuous ally or something, and go from there, kind of situation. But this kind of complicates it.
Well, Balan, what is Critty's dad looking to do with it? Because it makes sense for an empire to have it, or even a small kingdom to make themselves more powerful, to be on an even footing with other empires. He's an underground mob boss for all intents and purposes.
As
He
far
wants
as
to
I
sell
know,
it.
exactly. As far as I know, it is all for the money, and I don't see anything more valuable right now than the Luxon.
So you think he's going to try and sell it, or use it to steal things?
I mean, yeah, I think he'd try and sell it. That's what I was thinking.
That would be my guess, but I do not have any confirmation of that at the moment.
Well, who would be able to buy something like that? I can't imagine it's cheap.
Would the Kryn allow it?
I mean, maybe he ransoms it back to them.
This could lead to another war.
Very much so.
Well, that seems to be what it always leads to.
Well, something as powerful as this, and I've heard rumors, but I don't really have expertise on this thing, but it's very important to the Kryn and their whole religious thing, their whole rebirth thing that they're into. But one thing I do know, and I don't know how any of that works, but they are very well known for not being followers of Loth. Loth wanting to get that makes total sense. To find out as a way to get back at those that don't follow her anymore.
It is the light that prevents the darkness.
Yeah, anything that makes Loth stronger is bad.
I don't think it's about Loth being stronger. It's more about preventing the Kryn from being able to ignore her. Right? If I'm not mistaken, the Kryn are dark elves. Say what you want about them; they seem fine to me. But they broke away from Loth and started their own kingdom here.
The Kryn is more than just Drow, though. I mean, Drow are a fair amount of it, but it's
True.
basically anything that's not welcome in other empires
Like
can
this
find our
one.
way there. Yeah, we're pretty welcome here, all things considered, but the Dwendalian Empire wasn't always. So certainly anything that would be considered, more of a monstrous type appearance type, can usually find their way into the Kryn.
So, What's the move? Who do we move against? The pieces on the board are moving. Which ones do we want to go after if we do want to interfere in this? You do
Well-
risk, King Hadlin, you risk warfare with this. So I advise caution on making your decision because there will be ramifications now. We're not just an event, you're not just part of an adventuring party hired out to do whatever. You are the legitimate monarch of a kingdom, and others will see any move made by Keghang as an official act of state.
So, we also have a pretty ultra big problem, as you were kind of talking about at the farm, and Tiamat and Archon stabbing Balin and stuff. Wouldn't this Luxon Beacon and all these powerful people in the Kryn dynasty have knowledge and potentially artifacts that might be able to assist with it?
Well, and wouldn't you also think that, they also would be like, oh, so Tiamat's involved. Well, sure, we'll help you.
Well, and Lost is involved too. She wants something to
No.
do with all this too. She talked to us through the moon, for God's sakes.
Well,
I'll,
Loth is out for the Luxon for herself, but at least if it's with the Myriad, that is possibly who the buyer's going to be. The
Is there any way to
followers of
find
Loth
out-
would buy it to destroy it.
Well, they have to get their hands on it first, correct?
Correct, and
No.
it is not an easy thing.
No.
Critty, at least from what I saw while she was in Avernus, does not still have full control of her powers. They still have time that they need to train her to bring out the full demon form, but the sacrifice of Aaron did speed up that process.
I have a thought. Why not? I don't think Kegheim's officially made diplomatic inquiries to the Kryn dynasty. Is this correct?
not yet.
Officially?
I want to, though. I do. Yes.
Well, why don't we do this? Knock out two birds with one stone. Send a group of us and some others as a diplomatic envoy. One to make contact with the Kryn, but secretly to get with their leadership to let them know of this. And we can position ourselves there to try to prevent the steal of this Luxon item.
I would be cautious of doing that. While I agree that is a good idea to
easy
try
in.
and get with the Kryn, it is known now by everyone that Kegheim is allied with the Dwendalian Empire, who is also fighting for the items in Eiselcross right now, which is what the Kryn are fighting. This could easily be seen as a distraction from that as well.
But we can
Kegheim
go
is
there
not
under.
controlled. Kegheim is not considered neutral as much as we all try to be because of the alliance with the Dwendalian.
Yeah, but we can still go there under the at least the cover of diplomatic, inquiries. As a front maybe for us to be able to be there and to try to stop this from happening. At least pass on to something to them to make them known, if anything else. We don't have to get involved, but if we can let them know it's coming, maybe they can, just throwing thoughts out there of how we can get there without just showing up there and then having to battle the demons and the drow who don't know who we are.
No, it's a good idea. I was thinking something similar along those lines myself, but
And it seems like it would be a pretty good first, that overture would be a pretty good first act. Like, hey, someone's coming to steal your Luxon Beacon.
Yeah, something to do with trade. You don't have to, you can have a trade alliance, but not be allies. If that makes sense. Going there with the purpose of trading goods,
I think it's a good idea. We may want to see if maybe we can find an ambassador of theirs first in a more neutral area than just sort of walking up to the front door and being like, "Hey, hi,
Agree.
how are you?" And I'll flip
Hi
up the eye
guys,
patch.
we're from Kegheim.
Yeah. I'll flip
Can
up
we come
the eye
in? We
patch.
have some things to talk about. Be super.
Some of us are probably slightly less welcome in their empire than others, if you know what I mean.
I'm not.
Gee, I wonder who you're talking
unwelcome.
about.
Definitely you, Big Green.
Hmm.
So, I guess, Finn, would I know where they have ambassadors? Like, I would assume they would have to have an ambassador to the Dwendalian Empire, even though sort of
They,
in a fight.
yeah, they would. You would know kind of how to get a hold of one. Yes.
Uh, so that may be a place to start. We'll schedule a meeting with their ambassador. We can pass this information to him, give him at least a heads up on it. Say how we would very much like to open up diplomatic negotiations. It's a foot in the door.
I agree. But before then, I've got to try to get my hands on some more items and stuff, or I'm going to get slaughtered in these fights. I am very well ill-equipped for this kind of action.
Agreed.
You all actually seem to do fairly well, from what I can see.
No. You're very kind. That's no.
Leo, trying to see if I've got anything that might help you.
Well, I don't know. I don't have much wealth, but
That's why I'm trying to see if I got anything I can give you. But fortunately, all I've got really is a whole bunch of daggers.
daggers don't really help me now. Not a dagger guy. Swords and bows and things of that nature.
Well, your bow is pretty good.
Bow is fine. It just I need to get up my protection. It seems I'm very hittable, and I'm not a fan of that.
No, it's usually not much fun to get hit.
No.
We'll go on over to Pumont in a few. We'll see if he's gotten anything in. I'm going to assume that we're going to have to travel to another city to go to this ambassador for Kryn. So worst case scenario, we'll also see what other shops are in wherever we have to go for that.
Right.
We should also check in here with the tradesmen, craftsmen we've got here in town. See if they've been working on anything, or maybe we can put them to work on a few things. That might help.
I was thinking there has to be a counterpart in the Kryn dynasty to the Cobalt Soul. Usually centers of knowledge, even in times of war and tenuous relationships, have a way to share knowledge and stuff. I'm pretty sure if I talk with the Cobalt Soul, there's probably like a Kryn Cobalt Soul. I don't know what they're called or whatever, you know.
The Krynbolt Soul.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something that maybe Eleone and I can reach out to them. Maybe we could send Lumen on like a study trip to go learn some stuff from him. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. But that'd be another way to kind of, that isn't straight. Yeah, here we are, you know. Go the knowledge route.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of that.
It's a good idea. All right, so I suppose we should start looking at some of these options then. Can anybody talk with the dead?
Oh, of course, not it.
Me neither. I'll look at the wizards.
I'll look at the cleric.
I'm sure some of my priests could do it. I don't have it prepared right now.
All right. What about let's get Harika back here. Maybe she can do it.
And I do want to have a kind of a more in-depth discussion about the dream too, to see if there's anything that Balin saw that we didn't see, or how does this shared dream thing tie in with the Luxon?
That is a good question. I took it as a sign of Critty. When Tiamat said she already had one of us, I figured that she was already turned and was attacking you. I was surprised to hear that she was actually still Critty when she came over.
Do you know how she got out of Avernus?
The
Yes,
specifics.
how did you find out? How did you find and learn that she was in Avernus?
I saw her in Avernus myself. We've had many. I have been there for a year. There's been a lot of unspeakable things happening there, and I did see Critty.
Well, I mean, it's Avernus.
Yeah, not really something you want to talk about, but
No, I don't. I wouldn't think so, boy.
but our scout teams were able to spot Critty and were mentioning about things going on between her and Aaron in particular. How she escaped, I'm not entirely sure.
Maybe she was released. Maybe she didn't escape.
That is definitely a possibility. Maybe this was the plan of Tiamat all along.
What's Tiamat's angle? Too many powerful forces at work here. I say
Tiamat
we
is just trying to escape.
Well, she's always wanted to, yes, but too many big things. My head hurts. I need something to drink, and I need to go do some shopping before I do anything else, because this is. We need to, I guess, Master Reed, send out feelers, find out the ambassador, whichever approach we want to take. I'm fine with, but once we do make contact, we need to make a plan of action afterwards. So I
agree.
guess make contact with the Kryn, see where that goes as quickly as possible. Gear up, see what they say, and then we can take appropriate actions there. I mean, our options on the table are go to the source and try to prevent the theft. 2, go after the father and prevent him from even existing to make such theft.
There's also another part of this, just not to forget. I will be returning to Avernus,
Yes.
so I will be able to help prevent at least delay, Critty's power. There is still some time before I believe she fully realizes her devil strength. So we are able to distract that, as I believe I know where the rituals were happening for her.
You leave for tomorrow, huh?
We will have to go, yes.
But he's got to have one of those sausage things you guys are on about.
Are you talking about Blint sausage?
Yes, those things, I quite enjoy them. Why do you have a sickening look in your face?
I am glad you like them. I am good without them.
Are you sure? They're quite delicious. I mean, they're quite powerfully hot, but I mean, they're quite good.
That is true. They are good when they don't burn you completely.
Oh,
After being in Avernus, I need less burning.
fair point. Fair point.
I'll start hauling Erin's body out of the bag of holding and sitting her on the forge.
Well,
knowing
do we want to
that
do
she's a
that? Do we want
devil,
to
she
do it
won't
here, or do
burn.
we want to take her to the Ravens Queen temple and have perform the duties there?
Well, I was just going to go and send for
Oh,
Erica
that's
to
right.
come
You can
here.
do those things. That's right. You have those things available.
I'll poke
Right.
my head out the door and I'll signal over one of the guards that's a little further off. Say, go fetch Erica from the temple.
Reed, just before she gets here, I'm just wanting to make sure you say her name correctly. It's Erika. She takes it kind of personally.
Erica, okay.
She'll correct you, trust me.
Like paprika, but with an E. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Shortly after Erika shows up. Yes, Master Reed? You summoned?
Yeah, a quick question for you. Can you talk with dead people?
Depends on their condition.
I'll point to the devil sitting on a flaming anvil.
Oh, and she kind of looks it over. The mouth seems to be okay and everything. Yeah, I believe this one is okay.
All right, swell. So how many questions do you think you can ask her?
I can ask up to 5.
All right, so we should probably think these out first.
But she doesn't have to answer, right?
Correct.
Or is she forced to answer? Yes.
It's under no compulsion to answer truthfully. It has to answer in some way. So it could be kind of like a puzzle, or she could just say no, or just yell at you. But they have to respond something. It just doesn't have to be truthful.
And just so you know, some spooky, devilish ritual took place where you can see the marks on her wrist there. She like pulled some sacrifice and took over Critty's body. So I don't know if that'll affect the spell or if she's not truly dead. Who knows? But I figured I should just let you know.
Well, we probably want to do this sooner rather than later because devils will, if you don't kill them in their home realm, will respawn there.
I guess maybe something to help. I don't know if it will or not, but I know some people can cast a spell putting up like a zone of truth around them. Anybody able to do that? Cricket.
Do you need me to do that too?
Can you?
Let me just make sure she can do both at the same time. I don't see anything. Yeah, I can definitely try.
Oh, that would be grand if you can.
Wow. Erika is quite capable.
Can I get Harika as a sidekick?
No, I am King Hadlin's psychic.
That's even better.
He is the hand of the king, Erika.
I mean, in theory, I'm the king's sidekick too.
Well, these things.
Careful now, laddies. Careful.
There's throwing things out there.
All right, well,
She
Erika.
like glares at like Reed a little bit when you say like you're the hand of the king and everything, and then when Drom says it, she looks at you with like these burning eyes. She's like, "I know you stroked his beard." Just goes back. Focusing on.
How in the bloody hell did she know that?
It meant nothing, Erika. It meant nothing. I definitely did not ask him to.
I mean, how the hell did she know that? She wasn't there.
Stalker.
Was she spying on us?
Okay, so let's do the zone of truth. Who wants to be inside?
I'll stand inside it.
I mean, I might as well. Yes, this would be quite fascinating.
Okay.
Before we put it all up, let's think, like, what are some basic questions to ask her? Like, one, why do you want Critty? Or since we kind of know that, do we move to the advanced version of it?
Who does she work for first? We need to find out who is in charge of her.
Who does number 2 work for?
That's not what I said. Shame on you, Drom.
That's what it sounded like to me, but okay.
But who is she loyal to?
Okay, who do you work for, loyal to? All right. I guess
And then Critty, ask why Critty is one of the questions, right?
I think we kind of figured that it's dealing with her father and that she's half already. So maybe how long before she comes to full power?
That's a good question. What is the purpose with the Luxon thing, maybe?
Is it that they want the Luxum?
We
Or
can
is
get
it they're
any names we
working
can
for
get.
somebody?
Yes, any names we can get.
So who wants the Luxum, I guess?
Who wants it? What are the parties involved? And then whatever you want to ask, Reed. Favorite color, hobbies.
So Balin, she's going after. Someone's doing something in Isocross. You said, right?
You're aware of what's happening in Isocross. So Isocross has a bunch of magic going on right now. They're trying to recover whatever they can in the Isocross area, whether it's Uthodurn, whether it's Aor. They're just trying to recover magic items. Kryn is trying to beat the Dwendalian Empire in getting magic items from there. So because of recent events, Dwendalian Empire had a little more freedom to go there. So Kryn is sending more forces up there to try and make sure Dwendalian don't get more than them, basically. It's like a competition. So
An arms race.
yeah, it's basically an arms race with the magic items in that area. So they're just racing to get that stuff. So that's what's happening in Isocross. But the view is that it is distracting the Kryn because they're diverting forces to Isocross, where really there's no conflict. It's just a race to get more items or magic and trying to find things.
All right. Question 4 then. Maybe we ask her if she knows the location of any items that can be used against Critty.
Maybe.
I mean, you can definitely try asking.
But I don't know if this is something we could ask her, but that's what made me think of it. I want a way to track Critty. If it was Critty before, we could have figured that out pretty easy. It's still kind of Critty. So if it's Critty and this devil, maybe we can figure out a way to track her. That's just all I'm saying. That they figured out a way to track Critty. Why can't we?
Well, maybe that's a better.
That is actually something I already know.
Okay, so we don't need that.
That frog devil is actually a companion summoned by Critty during one of the rituals.
I knew that she was the bloody frog princess.
Yup, makes sense. Kind of seemed like something Critty would summon.
It is kind of the equivalent of her familiar in a demonic way.
That fella that you've been looking for, Balin, Archon. Do you know where he is?
I believe he is still in Avernus, but I have not seen him. Rumor is he is still in Avernus with Krull, but that is it.
Well, if we don't need to burn the 5th question on anything specific, I'll ask her where he is.
Maybe she knows, maybe she doesn't.
What was his name again? Akron?
Archon.
Archon. Arkhan.
And Balin, there's some real ultra specific things I want to ask you about that dream, especially the end there. And if you would rather me just ask you personally, I will.
You are welcome to ask me, but I'll be honest, it is still confusing for me as well.
I'll go ahead.
But given where and what was going on in that situation, what would have happened if he would have actually done what he was trying to do?
I honestly don't know.
I don't think we have enough information.
I
I don't know
Balin has
why I
more.
am of interest to him.
Can I make an insight?
Yeah. Yeah, Balin's being honest.
Okay.
Okay. Well then, I guess that makes it easier and worse at the same time. So we can kind of just ignore that then. Cool.
I don't know about that, but for the time being, maybe. If we all saw that, then there's definitely something to it. I just don't know what.
Well, I'm pretty sure most of it has to do with Tiamat, that Archon guy, the floating hand, and the flaming sword. Those all seem really ultra specific.
That does sound correct.
And he really freaking wanted you.
Which also doesn't make any sense to me, but does seem correct.
Okay, well, then at least we know what we need to figure out.
Let's try to get some information first, and let's see if this helps us with anything in the vision. If not, then we start on our path.
I look at Harika. When we ask her the questions, does she have like a word count or limit of? I know that some spells they can only say like 25 words, but
No limit, but you want to try and make it as specific as possible so that you get a clear answer. But otherwise, no. You tell me what to ask and I will ask it.
all right, we ready? Dwayne, you may want to just make sure you're taking good notes on this.
And Dwayne is feverishly writing everything, including the questions that you're getting ready to ask and all of that.
He's standing on the side. Hrum, 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 hrum.
Just furiously writing. All right. Whenever you're set, then, Erika.
Okay. And she casts the zone of truth, which is in that circle. So you guys can move yourself kind of somewhere in that circle range if you want to be in there. Otherwise, you're outside. And then she will begin to cast Speak with Dead. And you see the corpse of the one known as Aaron begin to kind of shift a little bit. Some joints kind of crack. The head kind of snaps back. And she just looks at you. Oh, yes. It is all of you.
All right. Ask her who does she work for or is loyal to.
Okay. And you see Erika get a much more stern look on her face. She looks right at Aaron, and says, "Who do you work for and who do you worship?" Why, Tiamat, of course. Who else? I'm in Avernus. If you're not worshipping Tiamat, you're just gonna die. And then she proceeds to look right over at Balin, kind of like staring at him.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
I think Asmodeus might be a little upset about that one.
what I was thinking.
All right. Next question.
Asmodeus, Asmodeus,
right.
Asmodeus, Asmodeus, Asmodeus,
Asmodeus.
Rock me, I'm Asmodeus.
Uh,
Oh.
All right. Next question. How long until crit he reaches full power?
and Erika looks right back at her, asks the question. Well, that's a hard one to answer. I think it might. It could be a month, it could be a year. It all just depends on how well she does. And she begins just looking, waiting for kind of the next thing.
All right. I suppose the follow-up question we have to use there. What does Kriti have to do to get to full power?
Oh. That is a puzzle that she will have to figure out on her own.
Bollocks. All right. Who wants to Luxem?
I mean, doesn't everybody want the Lux?
Oh, I want to decapitate this one. Everyone.
What was the fifth question we came up with, or did we have one, Master Reed?
Well, the fifth we'd been saving to be the follow-up, so blew that. So last one I've got left is where
Which
can
one
we
we're gonna
find
ask?
weapon? Where can we
Nah.
find weapons to combat Critty?
I don't think we're gonna get any of that answer. Why don't we ask instead of who wants the Luxon? How about this one? Pull Reed to the side and say, what if we ask her, why does Tiamat want the Luxon?
That's a good idea.
What if we ask her, what would be the move that we would make next that would piss you off the most?
Oh, damn it,
Come
King!
on, it's a surefire win.
No.
I'm thinking virtually anything.
Yes. Breathing, she'll say, and then we'll be upset. Come on.
Okay, so why
Does Tiamat want the Luxon?
Well, I mean, my guess would be it's going to help her break out of Avernus. That's my guess.
Yes, but if we know for sure it's Tiamat, then if we can get a why answer in there, why does she want it? She'll say to get out. Then we know for sure one of the pieces in play. Because Tiamat could just be for other nefarious reasons, right? It may not even need something we need to bother with.
Do we? I mean, obviously, do we know why they're all three gods are involved? Could we ask this person that? Why is Tiamat allied with Ukatoa and Loth? They're all kind of intertwined somehow.
Well, they're all chaos gods.
At least from what I have figured out in Avernus, they are all after their own means, but somehow they intertwine. So they've made kind of this unholy alliance. After they saw what happened with Vecna,
enemy is my friend.
Exactly. After they saw what happened with Vecna, they don't want to go about the release on their own.
That sucks.
But we could ask why they want this. At least for Tiamat, if she's a servant of Tiamat, she'll know what maybe Tiamat's purpose is. I don't know if she'll know Loth or Ukatoa, but we can at least try to get some answers on why Tiamat wants it. It's your call.
That's not a bad question. All right. Erika, final question.
Mm-hmm.
Why does Tiamat want the Lux?
And you see Erika this time extra focusing. You sense kind of a dark aura begin to come about her, and she begins staring at Aaron.
I'm gonna do the bite off a bright axe to help.
Okay.
Answer!
My God, turn that off. I can't see.
Roll an intimidation from your part, Hadlin.
I haven't rolled it with bright axe in so long. It does something special.
Yeah, I believe you can roll it with your strength modifier instead of your charisma, and you might get advantage. I don't remember for sure.
I think he does on it.
I gain +10 to intimidation checks when using this ability as an act as intimidation, and I get advantage if I'm biting it.
There you go. So still with your charisma, but +10 and advantage. There you go. 26.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. And you see Aaron begin to kind of cower a little bit behind the show of force by Hadlin, and also just the aura that is now coming off of Erika. And Erika looks right at Aaron and says, "Why is Tiamat interested in the Luxon?" And Aaron gets all frightened. Well, it's a funny story, you see. She doesn't care about the Luxon itself. It's just distracting all you silly people from her true plan. And as she laughs, she begins to just collapse again. And Erin has returned to the lifeless corpse that she was.
Told you that was a good question.
Yeah, it was.
Yep, interesting.
How the vision makes sense a little bit.
Archon, he's not in service of Tiamat, is he?
Oh, yes.
Yes,
This
he is.
champion.
He is the High Lord of Tiamat. He's basically the
yes.
highest ranking follower.
Oh, that's swell. So he's already given her, I'm assuming, then the Hand of Vecna.
Well, I mean,
No. I don't think that's how that
he
works.
he can't really give it to her, but he has the Hand of Vecna. He attached it to his own hand or his own arm after removing his.
Correct me if I'm wrong, the Master Balin, but if memory serves, the eye or the hand, once attached, it tries to dominate the user or learn. They become one.
That is
But
correct.
its true master will always be Vecna.
That is correct. That is why I believe Tiamat is still locked away. I don't believe Archon has unlocked the power of the hand yet to try and teleport cities, which is what his goal is, and bring Tiamat back.
But doesn't that kind of answer why he wants you, Balin?
Why would he want me?
Why is that, King Hadlin?
Well, if he's being somehow possessed by the hand, it's your association with Vecna itself then, Balin.
What association?
You see Balin kind of deep in thought now as a result of that.
Is there a, I don't know, anti-Vecna?
Actually, yeah, soon.
Did he have any artifacts or anything he left lying around that could be used to fight this?
She's so if Vecna is the god of secrets, right? Then, and I hope I'm saying her name right, she is the god of wisdom and spreading knowledge. So they are mortal adversaries, as well as I think Mistra and is one too, because
But that's in
the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah.
But in this realm, I think it's what's her name, the wounded goddess, the goddess of
Ioun.
wisdom.
Ioun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vecna's like the hoarder of forgotten and forbidden knowledge is what his like portfolio is, and like you said, she's the
knowing
portfolio of, like,
mistress. Yep.
knowing mistress and stuff like that.
But I would think that we would probably have to kind of do the same thing that they're doing. We're going to need to seek out more than even just Ioun. We're going to need help from the Raven Queen and from Morden. We'll go get our own trio that's better than theirs.
Damn right. It's better than yours. I could teach you. No, sorry.
Well, I suppose then, well, we got a whole librarian system here full of researchers. Maybe we get them cracking on anything we can use to combat this when we send out our diplomatic attempt. Probably not a bad idea to warn King Dwindle about this as well.
Yes, warning King Dwindlin and warning the Kryn
What?
at the same time, because we don't know what their true stated purpose is. Both kingdoms could be in great peril. Hell, we may even need to warn the entire continent.
It's not a bad idea.
What if Gritty's going back to Aor?
Going back to Aor.
I don't think she's going there. It seems
think
like
so.
the gathering of her power is happening in Avernus at the site that I have seen them before. I can
So-
I'm kind of
confirm.
wondering if we should go back to Aor. There was some interesting stuff there. We did find that one crazy demonic
No.
speller that put the whammy on me for a bit. Maybe we go and we look to see if we find anything else.
I don't recommend going back to that place.
That's just a suggestion.
Not
I
a
mean,
bad
if
suggestion,
we
it's
need
just a
magic,
deadly one.
well, but you're saying you need gear. What's one of the best places to find magic shit on this place?
That's true. It is also the
Hmm.
worst place to die. Many parties have gone there and never been heard of or seen of again.
There's
Well, I
worse
mean, we're
places to
standing
die.
here.
You're lucky. One success for every 9 that are not successful.
Hey, Balin, I'm not trying to change the subject at all or anything, but did you see Drom's cool new belt?
Oh my god.
No, I have
Guess-
not.
Guess who made that? Guess who made that?
Jesus.
And Balin will go over to Drom, who is
All of a sudden, you see a string of lights appear in one direction as
Who
Drum
put
starts
that on there?
strutting
That's
the-
ridiculous.
so Balin will go over to Drom and be like, "Oh, that is a fine crafted belt."
I think Adeline did a good job.
I kind of slapped the forge, on the rear end.
Forge did good work that day.
Master Balin, so from what Aaron told us, Critty's power can manifest fully within a month to a year. How much time do you think you can buy us on top of that?
From what I gather, if we continue to disrupt the rituals, it will take the longer end of that. I
So
will
we
make
need
that a
X
priority
sooner.
with the rest of the teams as well.
All right. So you handle that on your end to prevent her. We set in motion things to gather forces, gather items, gather allies. Try to stop this from happening. If they can't get the Luxon, we can follow their plans.
I think that our best bet, Balin, you delay as long as you can in the furnace. We send out diplomatic feelers, both kingdoms. We'll let them know. And then I think we go after Critty's father.
I think that's a fair assessment. We can go to the source. You're saying cut off the head of the serpent before it can act?
At least one part of it.
True. He seems to
Sounds
be
like
the main player.
But there's enough players looking to get a hold of this thing. He's at least one
Yes,
of them.
but he seems to be the catalyst. Like he's the one that really is the one that's instigating this for them. We could stop him. That really will delay a lot of things.
I think so.
I actually
Not
think
only
that just for notice, I believe it is actually Lot that is pulling all the strings.
He's
Possibly.
certainly involved. Not only that, anyone who's psychotic enough to use their own daughter as bait. I'm all in favor of killing him.
Oh, no qualms here for me. Evil is evil. Purge it.
All right, so I will signal in a couple more of the guards. I'll say, bring the diplomatic envoys here. I'll give each of them instructions to go off. Find us just basically go to the ambassadors for each of the prospective kingdoms. I'll handwrite out a letter to each of them, explaining the situation, saying how
Do we want to do that in a letter? Maybe we just say we need to contact you and with vital information, and maybe do it magically, so it can't be someone could capture the letter and know that we're aware of their plans.
that's a point.
Drom, roll a perception check for me.
Perception.
Mhm.
Okay. Any bonuses?
Nope, just straight perception. I'll explain later. So, okay.
Where is it? 14. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Erika's guarding Hadlin's beard from him.
Mm-hmm.
Long, beautiful hair.
Oh, bloody hell.
Balin goes back over to Drom. So what exactly does this belt do?
Oh my God, Master Reed, let's go.
That's
get
actually
some
a good
coffee.
question. I have no clue.
I don't
I'll,
want to be here
Other
for
than
this.
it looks
Pick
pretty
my
cool.
kettle up off the forge.
Same. Coffee time.
You should look at your belt a little more. I'm sure you'll find something. And Balin walks back over to the forge. You notice Balin leaves something on your belt.
Oh,
It's a phone number.
He wiped his boogers on it. Gross.
You see a small piece of like ripped parchment drawn. Check your DMs.
Okay.
I know what the main effect of the beard is, and it was king intended.
I really need coffee, Reed. Please, hurry.
I'm pouring you a cup.
No, let's go to the shop. We need to get some coffee anyway.
Yep, it was his beard. You were right.
Oh my
All right. I'll tell the two diplomatic envoys. Get to Vasselheim, find the ambassadors of each of the prospective countries. Ask to arrange a meeting with them the day after tomorrow. We'll be there for it. I dismiss them to go off.
Did you mean Vasselheim?
I think all the you said all the kingdoms, right?
Yeah, isn't it?
Okay. So you want somebody to go over to Vasselheim for like Islira on that continent. You're looking at somebody for Taldori.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Taldori and Vasselheim. This way we'll have
Got
one go to each. That's why I had two of them. I'm sorry.
Okay. No. Just making sure.
Too
I
many
wanted to make sure-
cities.
I know. I want to make sure I knew what you were doing for. So you're going for each of the continents in Exandria, sending an envoy to try and gather forces.
Yeah, I mean, we've never reached out to, what's the third continent?
That's the one you're on, Wildemount. Wildemount,
No,
Taldori, and Islira. Or
The
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
language that Hadelin speaks, Marquise and
Yep.
Marquette.
Yes, Marquette.
Mhm.
We've never been to Marquette,
Yeah.
which would really help since it's ruled by a, giant metal dragon.
You know, you
But-
you mentioned Marquette. I heard of a story once of a halfling who tried to buy spice there.
Oh, it's gnomes. Gnomes are often the ones that are in the drug trade.
Yes. What do you think, little spice? Spice it? New little spice hand? Reed?
Haven't touched it since college.
Oh.
Assassin College was really.
That'd
You
be
know,
pretty
it's-
cool. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to go to Marquette. I'm just saying. That's why I learned the language when I was in my college years at the Cobalt Soul, because they have flying airships there, and that sounds really cool.
That could help us get around a bit.
Well, let's. But I'm going to the shop for coffee stuff, and well, he usually has those. What do you call them? There, the little bite-sized things. The
He had pizza rolls last time, and
fascinating. Let's
Some
go see
other
if he's got
things.
some more. Yeah, let's check that. out.
off to a Pumart.
Pumat's the other. The Pumat's show.
All right. So you
The
guys
old
are...
Quickie Mart.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have one of those little bells?
Come again.
Yeah. You open the door. Ding, ding.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, hello. I have not seen you here for a while. Glad to see you all here.
I'm gonna die.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
Welcome, friends. What are you looking for today?
Hi, Puma.
Have you gotten anything new in?
Well, I did work on the thing that you requested. We haven't gotten much in because there is all kinds of stuff going on out there. We haven't really been able to get too much. But I have able to make something for you all. And he goes into the back. You hear rustling, and he brings out a box for you.
He made us a box. This is a wonderful looking box.
I
Master.
believe this is the request that you had put in. And he hands it to you, Reed.
What did you
All right,
request?
I will put it on the counter and pop the lid.
You
What is it?
You see 8 very small, it looks like earpieces.
Nice. It's about time these came in. Very good work. I'll
It-
take one and clip it on my ear.
What the hell are you doing?
I'll start passing them out to everyone.
Well, just you and me there right now.
Oh yeah. No, but nobody else came.
No, well, they're all sitting there looking at people's beards and belts and shit.
Oh yeah, they're stroking hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so
there
I
are
will
some
hand you one.
restrictions on it. So let me tell you. So all it will do is when your mind is ready, just let it know. It will go based on your thoughts that you want to send a message. So all you have to
Oh.
do is look at your target. It has to be within 120 feet.
It has to be visual.
Yes. You do have to be able to see your target. And when you see
Alright.
them, you can send a message to them. All telepathically. Don't have to say a word. The key word to send it is Apu. So if you start your message with Apu, then your earpiece knows that it wants to send the message.
Hey
Ooh.
Google,
So
call
amazing.
Hadlin.
Oh, Reed, let's try this out. I grab one and go put it in my ear. I'm like, I'm gonna walk over here, like on the other side of the shop, and look at Reed. I'm gonna go think in my mind a poo. Then I'm gonna think of a penis. Did you get that, Master Reed?
You hear Leo thinking about penises.
I will look at him and go, a poo, a prick, a female deer.
Yes, he seems to work marvelously. Oh.
Now, with your group, you can change that code word, but that is just the starting code word I have set.
I will quickly look over at Leo and say, we are not changing the keyword. We're not even telling him it's an option.
Oh, I get it. Yes, yes.
But
Yeah,
other
excellent
than that,
work again.
unfortunately, the magic items have been very scarce.
Well, and then I don't even need the bother to ask. Then I guess.
I mean, potions, anything of the such.
We have 2 new healing potions, but that is it.
All right, what type?
Regular.
All right, I'll take them both.
Okay.
How
So,
much is that?
100 gold total.
Okay, let me just find where in my inventory I have so I can add more. No, that's rations. Where'd they go? Potion of healer greater.
See
Hell, I'll
Reed
just write it
putting
down.
shit on the counters. He's looking for things.
All right, let's see. Do I still have party funds? I forget if I do or not. I think I do. Yep, there we go. Okay, so all right. Let me ask you then. Any chance of items such as like a cloak of protection, cloak of elven kind, ring of protection?
We do have 1 cloak of protection plus 1.
Oh, look at Leo. How big a help would that be?
Anything will be a help at this point.
Fantastic. How much is that?
1,000.
Okay, we'll come back when I can afford that.
No, that's fine. I got it.
Must be nice to have.
Okay. So you can add a cloak
Yeah.
of protection plus 1.
Okay.
You pay me back when you get the chance.
Well, I mean, I nearly died, but okay.
Well, this helps to make sure that you stay alive a while.
Yes. I think I would be earning my keep with this for a while. But yes.
Let me ask you then. Any chance of a ring of invisibility?
Right now, we do not have it, but I can look into that if that is the thing you are looking for.
That, and then the other item I'm particularly looking for is called a short sword of the Crusader. It's something that maybe 20 years ago I remember hearing about.
That sounds like a very rare item, so it might be difficult to find, but let me look into it.
All right, appreciate it. I'm just wondering, do you get anything weird in?
Weird. Oh, let me look. And then he goes into the back. You see shuffling of things. I did come across this, but I don't think it is something Well, who knows? Maybe you will find a use for it. Um, it is a potion of ear clearing. It helps to get all the wax and all that stuff and infections out of your ear.
Will it work on other orifices as well?
I have not tried it, so I do not know. I only know that its purpose is the ears.
How much is it?
This one, I don't know how much useful it is. It's 25
Gold, silver, what?
gold. It is still fairly rare. It's just odd.
Yeah, that's for certain. All right. Why not?
Okay.
25.
You have a potion of ear clearing. So you have a potion that helps to clear your ear of infections and wax.
All right. Let me ask you then. We'll be heading to some of the major cities. They'll probably get us a better price than some of these things. I've got a ring of obscurin, 10 adult dragon teeth, some dragon bones, 10 pounds of dragon meat, 7 vials of dragon blood. Think any of that would help you more, or is that something better to trade in a big city?
What are you planning to do in the other cities?
Well, I mean, we're looking for stuff. Might have to fight a couple of devils or some weirdo cult leader guy or Tiamat or some stuff.
As soon as you say Tiamat, you see his like expression change a little bit. So you are gathering forces to fight Tiamat?
It's one possible outcome, yeah.
As much as I could possibly use that, I would tell you as a loyal member of Kegheim to keep it. It will provide you some leverage in trying to acquire more allies to fight Tiamat.
All right, will do.
But if there is anything left after your journeys, then I will definitely use it for something.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. Potion of ear cleaning.
I'll have to create the item, but I'll send you the description.
I so want this to become like a common loot drop now.
Yeah, I'm ready to start manufacturing like ear cleaning solution out of Kegheim.
It's really just a bottle of witch hazel. Like, all right, Leo. So
I feel better. A little safer. If we ever come across a ring of protection, and we do. If not,
what sort of armor do you have?
well, we got the alien chain that you gave me, and
That
I just
should help a
noticed
fair amount.
that I hadn't updated my character sheet off kilter in a way that is, I haven't updated my stats, and that's why I had slow AC before, because I'm an idiot. Nor did I have the right spells.
Well, these things happen.
I'm like, God, I have a lot of the same spells. It's really weird. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm level 4. Where is it? Oh, it's the level 1 at level 4. That's not supposed to be right. Oh, man.
Oh boy.
All right, so Reed and Leo went down to the Apu Mart. Drom, Hadlin, what are you guys doing?
I'll be right back.
I'm still hanging out at the forge right now,
Okay.
and I'd just be talking to Balin and trying to get kind of the more idea of if he has thought about what's going on.
Okay, we'll start that conversation. Let me just ask Drom, what are you doing?
Trying to get myself unmuted. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
He casts
Um,
silence.
Where'd Balin go?
He's currently at the forge talking to Hadlin.
I'm going to head on over there and wait until Balin's done talking with Hadlin.
Okay.
And
Okay. So
yeah.
Okay. So Drom is near Balin and Hadlin. So Hadlin, we can have the conversation now. I honestly don't know what exactly is happening. It is becoming very difficult to figure out how to fight everything going on down in Avernus.
Yeah, I can imagine that things are, not quite as bad, obviously, but a lot going on here. It's kind of difficult to manage too.
It had just been nonstop fighting.
Yeah, you could barely even reply to sending spells.
That is because they were tracking the mind thoughts. They have telepaths that are reading minds, so conversing would have been dangerous, unfortunately, for all of you. I do know that they are... I never understood why. I thought it was because I was managing one of the forces against them, but they have been trying to kill me or capture me for a while.
The dream made it very clear it was specific. It's specifically about you.
That is what it seems like.
Before you came, I was gonna recommend to everybody that we seek out powerful allies and go look up information about Archon and that the hand and that flaming sword and stuff. Do you know any more about that, or should we still go do all that?
Well, it is... I actually don't know what to do about that vision. Archon is somewhere in Avernus. I am sure I will come across him when time is right, but for now, I do not know where in Avernus he is. The rumor has it that he is still with Krull, trying to figure out how to unlock the power of the Hand of Vecna.
It doesn't sound good. But at least you know, and I know, that you won't face him alone.
At least I hope there is not a situation where I do. As much as I do want to find and kill Archon, it is something that I know is very dangerous given his power.
Balin, my visions haven't stopped. It's how we came to Kekheim, how we found it, how I forged Bright Axe, how I made Drom's belt. All of those came, at least part of which, from my visions. They may have started from the book, and they may be amplified by the book, but I've even had them unaided. I don't know if this dream is directly related, not only to my visions or something, but there's definite truth in it. Parts of it are gonna happen. Don't really know if we can do anything about it, really.
If that is the case, and the vision will come to pass, I am glad to say that I will have died on the battlefield next to my friends.
We just have to make the situation matter. Even if that ultimate end has to come, we have to make it worth it. But I don't think it has to come to pass. We've been able to alter things in subtle ways. No one even thought I would even find Kekheim. We did.
And you
So
seem to have even mastered the forge a little bit more every time.
Indeed, I have. I don't exactly know what I'm going to make next, but the dreams are starting to come. That means I'll be forging again soon.
Loth definitely does seem to like all the chaos. It makes it very hard to figure out what exactly is going on.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot going on, that's for sure. Oh, well, let's get Drum. I'll let you talk to him.
Drom has just been kind of waiting behind, just kind of listening.
Yeah, holding a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm. Then Balin.
Been awfully quiet.
Yep. Balin turns around and looks at Drom, holding the paper. And he just kind of looks at you. I don't know what else to say.
Oh, other than, where'd you get this?
I got it from a different place that your mom was. Well, where High Priestess Sadisol was. We meet infrequently to go over what is happening in Avernus. And I happened to see this just on a corner of her desk. I don't read Orcish, but I did see your name on it. I probably shouldn't have, but I took it and held it. And then I learned of what it meant. Still don't fully understand, but that is all I know so far. The same thing that you see.
Man, Drum looks very confused and puzzled and like, yeah, something's bugging him. Now he's awfully quiet. I'm just trying to put across that he's trying to process what he just read.
Mm-hmm. Hadlin, you're still there, so you just see Drom very confused right now, is the best way to put it.
You know what I do when I'm confused? I'll just tell you. Why don't you ask the Forge for help? Go ahead and put one hand on the forge and maybe one hand on your belt and just give a think.
Ah, hell, why not? He'll do it. Still puzzled as to what's going on.
Okay. So you approach the forge.
Yeah. Oh, this might not end well. An orc touching a freaking dwarven forge, a magical dwarven forge. Well, if I burst into flames, it was nice knowing all you guys.
So you grab your belt, and then as you bring your hand closer to the forge, you begin feeling the heat of the forge. It's getting scalding.
It's a little on the toasty side.
It's not burning, but it's definitely at the hotter side because you guys put the devil on there before. She does have fire immunity and stuff, so that helps. But
oh, suck it up, Drum. He's gonna touch it.
okay. You get a sear of pain in your hand. It is burning. How long do you try to keep it on?
Ow.
Peace of mind ain't easy, Drum.
Okay, take a deep breath and think about that freaking note.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I know. It's gonna be interesting. Con saving throw.
Okay, it is definitely burning, but you're able to power your way through the heat, at least for now. All your mind is focused on right now is the pain, though, and trying to fight it off and control it.
The forge is the heart of Kekheim. It is our home. It will guide us through the darkest of days.
I want to do that, Corinth, but he doesn't know about it yet.
Do it now.
He's good. Hold tighter onto the belt and say, "Come on."
Okay.
Constitution save again, I guess.
The DC goes up a little bit every time, so just FYI.
Ow.
So it is now really burning your hand. It is getting uncomfortable. You'll have to roll one more saving throw to try and keep your hand still on it.
I mean, Drum doesn't know what the belt does. So
yeah.
Forge of Ages, this is your Grand Inquisitor Drum, Knight of Kekheim. Help him.
And I'm going to take the blunt end of Bright Axe and lightly tap it on the forge.
Okay.
Drum's gonna push through it, man.
Okay. One more con saving throw.
He's gonna listen to his friend. Oh, ow.
As the blunt end of Bright Axe hits the forge, it causes vibrations. And the combination of the vibrations and the heat becomes too much, and you have to pull your hand off the forge.
Ow. Well, it was worth a try, I guess. Walter.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
So you go look for something to like put your hand in, basically.
Yeah. As my hand's like smoking.
Okay.
Supposed to quench his hands.
Yeah, he's basically quenching his hand. Where do you want to go? Just back to like the Raven Queen Temple?
Or is
Not
there
the vat
like
of oil, not the vat of oil.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that works on metal, not flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nearest Is there a tavern nearby?
Well, you're at the forge. The Raven Queen Temple is right by you.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
There's a
I'll
large bucket of lemon juice on the floor.
go.
With another
Yeah.
bucket of thumbtacks. Make sure you don't pick the
Yeah.
wrong one.
Let's see here. Searing pain or more searing pain? I think I'll take the searing pain.
It tastes like burning. Okay. All right. So you see Drom run quickly over inside the Raven Queen Temple. You find kind of
Followed
this-
by a loud
yeah.
Ah.
Roll an investigation check for me.
What, me?
Mhm.
Investigation. Oh, this is gonna be wonderful.
You can roll it with advantage, actually.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. That's
Okay.
it. I'll tell you later. Yeah, your hand is throbbing right now with the heat.
Okay. Drom's gonna be spending some time over at the temple for a while.
Mm-hmm. And then Balin just looks at Hadlin. I don't know if that is a bad idea, if that was such a good idea for him.
Kings work in mysterious ways. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it was like that one part in Indiana Jones when Drom ran off with his hand all smoking. All
I guess I may as well go check on him.
Did you think you were gonna be and I tapped the hilt of your sword, a sword wielder by carrying a rock, or do you think it was worth him touching the forge?
Oh, I do believe in
Ignore
whatever
that.
you teach, Hadlin. It is sometimes just confusing. What did you roll
Sometimes
the
it's-
strength for?
Sometimes it's painful and confusing.
I hit a button by
I-
accident.
okay.
Sorry.
he tried to pinch one off.
Well, let me go check on Drom and also check out the Raven Queen Temple. I haven't seen it since it has been put together.
I'll go with you. I owe a donation after all the stuff that Erika just did.
Okay. And then Balin and Hadlin go into the Raven Queen Temple to see Drom. Back to Reed and Leo. So you guys have finished purchasing your stuff. What do you guys want to do next?
I've got a small paper tray with pizza rolls in it, and a cup of coffee.
Yep.
So you guys go to the tavern basically and just enjoy some food and drinks.
No, that was there at the Quickie Mart.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Did you pick a Slurpee or are you going to the tavern?
I'm gonna go look for our third of the party that consists of wizards.
Ellie has gone into the Cobalt Soul Library to try and see if she could do some research. Dwayne is in his quarters writing everything that happened after Aaron has spoken.
All right. I'll go see if they'll let me in to talk to Ellie. She's saying check the beach. We're in a bloody
Yeah.
cave.
So Ellie has gone to the Cobalt Soul, and you go and see if you can talk to her. You have enough rights in Kegheim that they'll let you in, but you see that she is thoroughly exhausted and is currently sleeping.
I'll go over. I'll put a fluffier looking book under her head, preferably one with a waterproof cover.
Okay.
She's saying that they made a beach this past year, so
There is no beach in Kegheim.
in Kegheim. No, there's probably some sand that they put around one of the massive lava pools.
Yeah. It's around a sink. You fill the sink and let it flood over, and that's how you get your waterfall. Okay.
It's a koi pond. It's
But yeah,
I'll
she's
sit there
she's
looking at
currently-
Leo.
Did Leo go with you?
I would hope.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Okay.
So we're there in the library, and so I'm not really looking forward to fighting Tiamat.
I think if we can avoid that at all costs, that would be preferable. Yes, I don't want to get slaughtered for no reason.
Yeah, I'd like to think I'd get a lick or two in, but pretty much I figure we'd land up as beef jerky at best.
Yeah.
I definitely think our best bet. We sick the big kingdoms on some of the larger players. See if they can maybe take out Critty in the meantime. I say we go and we take out her father.
Well, I think going after the father on our end is the smart move. Warn the Kryn, warn the other kingdoms what's going on, especially the Kryn. If we can get word to them that this is... We've got the delay action from Ballad.
Yeah.
That gives time for us to reach out to the Kryn, get them warned so they can take preparations. And then at the same time, we're going after the father. So there's multiple fronts, and then the other kingdoms can take whatever appropriate steps they deem necessary. But at least they'll be made aware of what's going on. So I think a 3 frontal attack seems the best move on our part. And again, going to Avernus, I don't want that vision to come about. So if we could avoid that, I'm happy. Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely the worst case scenario. When we go to talk to the other empires, I'm figuring since the Dwendalian Empire and the Kryn seem to be duking it out over Aor. Have you ever been?
No, not ever interested of going there unless absolutely had no choice.
A couple of years ago, we were up there having to do a few things.
I'm impressed you survive. I've heard horror stories.
It's not the most pleasant of places. Very cold. They had it's a pretty nasty virus that had been going around. We went there looking for a cure for it. We found it. I still have a few doses of that cure. I figure we may be able to use that as leverage in order to get at least certainly the Kryn dynasty to at least listen to us.
Well, we can be information brokers, if anything. We don't have to have formal relations, but if we, all nations talk to one another in some form and share information, even enemies. So,
They do. It's just usually they may want some sort of pie gift. You go over to somebody's house for dinner, you bring them a pie or something.
I think one of those potions would be welcome.
That's
think
what I'm
that would
thinking.
be appreciated. I think that's a good start. Say we have information to share, to show our token of goodwill. Here's this, blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
I'm
They
sure
gotta
they would
have
love to have it
alchemists that
there.
can reverse engineer it. So
Yeah, so I think that would be a good way in.
all right, and we've got a good relationship with the Dwendalian Empire already, so I figure they'll listen to us right off the bat.
Well, at least the Cobalt Soul will.
Yeah. Now we have 2 members of them.
So there's that. I would probably more likely go to the Cobalt Soul than I would the Dwendalian Empire, to be completely honest with you.
Probably wasn't hurt to go to both though.
Yes. But I think if we contacted the Cobalt Soul, they have people in the Dwendalian Empire that could take action that I trust more than, I would say, the Dwendalian Empire.
Then we can start reaching out across the globe.
Correct.
Anything that happens in Avernus eventually could affect everyone. So
Could spill out.
I don't really know how much any of the other continents would ever play with Aor.
No
I'm trying
idea.
to think.
No clue.
Trying to even think of any information type things that we might know that we can even offer and trade other than the situation we're bringing.
Sometimes you don't have to bring gifts. I think the Kryn is a special circumstance because of the Kryn being distrustful.
I'm probably also not overly popular there.
No,
So-
but emissaries representing Kegheim, nation to nation, they will listen. And if you bring a gift like that, I think the Kryn will be more open to the idea.
I hope so.
I
they
think
will.
people like Valheim, it'll do what it'll do, but the other nations might be more interested. But Valheim only cares about Valheim. If it doesn't directly affect them, then they're not really interested in getting involved.
Yeah. I figure, considering all the Vecna stuff that's getting mixed into this,
That might perk
And-
them up a little bit. Yes, they have a long reminder of why they should step in against Vecna.
I fought him before, so if anything,
Well, there's a
else, maybe
giant
we lose.
stone mountain there that tried to destroy the city. So yes, I'm sure if we mentioned Vecna, they might perk up a little bit.
I would hope. I know I would if I were them. If nothing else, maybe we can even pick up some stuff there to help.
Possibly. Oh, sorry, out of character. Dr. Zeppers, what's going on, brother? Yes, that is me, man. Happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday
Oh,
to
happy
Dr.
birthday.
Zeppers. I've lost 80 pounds. So, and scene. Sorry, back into the go.
I'll try to look. What book was Ellie?
She had no book. She was just straight up passed out.
I think she was just passed out. She's exhausted. I think we're all exhausted.
She might have been
we did.
researching something before, but she literally went to her bedroom, which she calls the beach, and passed out.
I think it said something about stalking kings and getting away with it. I don't know. It's probably written by Erica.
Arika.
Arika. Sorry. I can say whatever I want. She's not here.
She seems to be everywhere.
Let's get our plans in motion. And we probably need to look at strengthening the defenses here. Possible wards against evil, possible wards about intrusion from devils, demons, that kind of sort of thing. They may try to infiltrate us and spies and see what we're up to. So something you may want to take as the hand of the king into account. Start warding
you're
different
right.
places.
All right, I suppose let's head over to the temple. We'll see if Enrica may be able to start putting some extra wards up. I already had them put a fair amount up over the last year.
But I don't think we were ever focused on devils and demons. Different brand altogether,
In all fairness, whoever really considers them, they're sort of like the
Mm.
Spanish Inquisition.
Hmm.
So I'll look at Ellie. I'll at least try to sit her up in a more dignified manner for her rank.
And she slowly
Oh,
starts
speak
to
of the-
awaken.
Speak of the devil, and she awakes.
How much kush did you actually smoke, old girl?
Shh.
Okay, apparently she's so stoned she can't speak.
I am speaking. I'm whispering.
I'll give her a pizza roll.
It's really good weed, man.
I've got the munchies.
It wasn't weed. Anyway,
I've
what's
got
happening?
the munchies.
well,
Why are you here? why are you here?
We were looking for you.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Research, of course. In
On?
the library. Hello.
You were sleeping, it looked like. Reed, I'm not an expert, but it looked like Her Highness was sleeping.
I can take in information while I'm sleeping. Is there
Really?
anything new happening?
Well, Hadlin's got a stalker woman.
Who is she? And I'll take care of it.
Erika.
No, yeah. No, why did you say her name? Oh, no. This could be bad.
Because I want to watch this very
Oh,
much.
Oh. Yes, horrible woman. She was stroking the king's beard.
What?
She was very jealous of the fact that Drum had been stroking it earlier.
A beard or something else?
Good beard, I mean.
I didn't visualize it myself. I was trying to avoid that.
I just, beard was all I heard. Making this very strange, Ellie.
From down the hallway, you hear, I heard that.
Mm.
I heard
I
that
didn't hear
too.
I didn't hear anything. Strange. Did you? I
Everyone,
didn't hear-
quiet! It's the library.
Oh, well, where's...
You got people like peering in along bookshelves, looking down to where you guys
Oh my
are.
God.
I'm giving them the bird.
Bunch of old people. Shh.
Don't you shush me. I'll kick your ass. So, what are you researching specifically there, Elione?
I've forgotten.
As is tradition, yes.
Tiamat, right? We want to defeat Tiamat?
Yes.
So yes.
Queen of the chromatic dragons.
Exactly.
Yes.
Just-
very bad.
Just
Yes.
some light Tiamat reading.
And what did you sleep osmosis into your brain matter?
Roll a investigation.
Oh God, I'm upstairs, Finch.
Finn will roll an investigation for you.
No, I'm halfway down the stairs.
You know, she should take her time with these questions, Master Reed.
She was reading a book about a bunch of teenagers on a roller
I just
coaster.
woke up. I just woke up. I didn't expect to be interviewed.
Well,
I
you
just
know,
asked you what you were
Interrogated even.
researching. What did you learn? It's not. We're not. These are not emotional probing questions. You know.
What am I rolling, Finn?
Investigation, please.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, so this is what you've learned about Tiamat. I'll send it to you in a DM.
She's really thinking hard, Reed.
Okay.
No, deep research.
I mean, didn't she?
Okay, so you
Accessing.
ended up
Did you?
finding kind of a...
Turning into an android. Accessing.
You found a book that is a little bit otherwise considered kind of a forbidden book.
Oh.
It's getting information from other sources and stuff, and it's potentially all rumors, but it's all collected. And you found this information about Tiamat. You can explain however you want, but...
I'd love to hear.
Accessing.
What
yeah.
the hell is going on?
So you can say whatever you want in terms of what you found, Ellie.
Uno poquito momento, por favor.
My God, she's speaking a strange language, Reed. I don't know that one.
She slipped
She's
into another
possessed.
language
Here,
mode.
We need an old.
I'll give out you a little
Christian
time
priest.
to prep for that, because we can head back to the Raven Queen temple.
Factory reboot.
So, well, we'll come back to hear what exactly Ellie has learned. Let's go back to the Raven Queen temple, where Drom is cooling his hand, and Balin and Hadlin are coming in to check on him. And you guys enter and see Drom currently with a bucket of water.
What the hell?
What?
Master
How are you
Reed.
doing, Drom? How is your hand?
Drum will pull his hand out of the water. It's like all still smoldering. Oh, I think I'm doing just fine. Then he'll shove it back in real quick.
Roll a history check, Drom.
History check.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hope this is to say that you need to use aloe vera lotion.
Okay. As you quickly pull your hand out and you look at it, you notice that the pattern of the burns on your hand seem familiar as you douse it back in the water.
But hold on a second. Pull it back out and look at it.
Okay? So you look at it some more. It seems, if you weren't paying attention, it just seems like burns and bumps and all these other things, right? But as you look at the creases of your hand and where different bumps and everything are oriented, you notice also two very small dwarven runes on your hand. when you look at the bumps and you look at your creases, it looks like the creases almost look like the rivers on a map if you're looking around the Rhine Plains and if you're looking at the mountains. And if you look at your burns as kind of like a map, one small dwarven rune appears where Kegheim is. There's another small dwarven rune on the other side of what you think is the Rhine Plains in the mountains.
Well, this is interesting. Hey, Hadlin, come over here and look at this.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up?
Does that look familiar to you?
Ow,
John's like pointing his hand.
ow, that looks really painful. Yeah. What do I see?
You see that after Drom starts pointing it out to you, you can see exactly what he's talking about. It looks like a map of kind of the Rhine Plains area, and has mountains on the top with a dwarven rune, kind of where Kegheim is, and there's one in the southern mountains. There's another small rune in the mountains on the south side of the Rhine Plains.
By the beard of Morden, the forge speaks.
Actually, do you know of any place over there?
Where's Dwayne? We need to write this down.
Goddamn Dwayne.
Seriously though, Drom, this is really important what just happened. We might need to review and, figure out what it means later.
Do you want to roll a history check, Hadlin?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll a history. It seems familiar, but you're not entirely sure.
Oh, until we figure it out, I'm going to go cool my hand off for a little bit longer.
Yep, we might be able to look it up in the book too. But, cool your hand off. That looks really freaking painful. And I totally knew that was going to happen.
Okay. He's cooling off his hand. Do you look into the book or anything?
Not just yet.
Not yet?
I'm just.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it cool for a moment, like you said.
Okay. Got it.
I'm gonna go find Erika.
Okay. Erika's there. She's doing just organizing of stuff around the Raven Queen Temple. She sees you. Hello, King Hadlin.
Hello. I just wanted to thank you for all your assistance with the spells with that spooky devil dead lady or whatever. Here's a special donation from the king to the Temple of Eternal Twilight, and I give her 200 gold.
Okay. She like appreciatively takes it. Thank you very much, and may the Raven Queen bless you on your missions.
I think we're gonna need it. There's some interesting things coming about here. It seems that the threads or fate of many people are intertwined here, and maybe, I don't know, it seems like if we were meant to find each other, so perhaps you can pray on it for the night and might have some words for us in the morning.
When you say we were meant to find each other, she begins turning completely pink.
I'm talking about the group.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Well, of course that's what you're talking about. And then she takes the 200 gold that she's kind of like holding in her hand, and she puts it in an area for the donations and stuff like that, and then just looks at you. Well, I wish you luck, and if there's anything else I can do to be of assistance, please let me know. And she goes back and starts doing her jobs around the temple.
Rough being king. I look at Brideaxe and say, man, ever since you came into my life, buddy, I don't know I just can't fight him off.
If Brightaxe could, you feel like he would give you a high five.
Well, then I high five the blunt end of Brightaxe.
Okay, there you go.
Are they bro high-fiving each other? What's happening?
The equivalent as one can with the weapon. Yes.
He's
So
chest bumping
five.
it next.
Woo.
Don't chest thump an axe.
Do it on the blunt
Yeah.
end. There's a blunt end. It's fine. Oh my god.
Just sounds like a gong going off.
All right. So another minute or so with Drom putting his hand in the bucket, and your hand feels considerably cooler. Still singed a little bit. That you figure isn't going to go away for a long time, but at least the immediate burns and the temperature increase has subsided a good bit with your hand in the water. What do you do, Drum?
Oh, sorry. What was that? My brain was.
Oh, no, your
Farting.
hand feels cooler. It's still tingling, but that's probably not going to go away for a while. But
Yeah,
your hand
well-
isn't on fire anymore. It just has kind of like the old burned sensation that's really just hard to get rid of, even in water.
Yeah. I guess look for Dwayne. I mean, we gotta figure out what this is, because like, how often does somebody get this stuff on their hand when they touch the forge?
Well, I'll just go out on a limb and say, it hasn't happened yet, buddy.
I mean,
I'm
what
sure
time
if I
is it
could,
anyways?
I'm sure I could find like a. I'm sure
Actually,
it's
we
happened
just,
before, but
yeah, we
not-
just got home. I'm freaking hungry. Reed.
He's not there.
So, what do you want to do?
well,
Do you want to go
damn
find
it, I'm hungry.
Dwayne? Do you want to get food? What are you looking?
This is Drum we're talking about. Food.
Okay. You guys, where do you want to go for food? The tavern?
Sure.
Pizza place.
Okay.
Pizza place.
So you guys make your way to the tavern. At that same time, the other group is now making their way over to the Raven Queen Temple.
We are.
Yeah, that's where Reed said you guys were heading.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were waiting on this incredible insight from Elione.
Well, yes, you are. So we'll go to Elione first. Ellie, you got you had done some research and they asked you what you found.
Well, are you ready to learn a thing or two?
Oh, I can't wait.
So, Tiamat is yearning for liberation.
We figured, yes.
And Archon is seeking the manner in which the hand of Vecna may achieve this. He's figured out that the hand bestows might, power upon the one whom the hand is grafted. But there's other things that must be unlocked and found out. And finding that out requires pledging fealty and devoting themselves to Vecna. Or sharing his bloodline.
Wait, what? Master Reed, didn't you say Balin had some kind of connection to Vecna?
I mean, his parents were sort of devout followers of his, and they did some sort of weird whammy thing.
Yeah.
Made his hand go all kind of weird, and I don't know if it's. I don't think it's a blood connection, but we should probably ask him.
We might want to check on that.
I mean, I
Maybe
also
that's
tend
why
to
they
doubt
want
they would.
Balin and the vision, remember?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be kind of insane if they sent him to go and find somebody that was looking for him because he'd be the key to unlocking the thing to let Tiamat out of Avernus. I mean, I would hope they'd be a little smarter than that, but...
Anything else, Princess Eliane?
I think I've found some information that.
Oh,
And a harmonica.
Yes.
she's playing music in her. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You did learn a lot. That's some good kush.
Exactly.
Open up her mind.
Anything else?
No, nothing for now.
Oh, all right. To the
I'm
Raven.
starving.
Well, we got to go to the Raven Queen Temple first, don't we, there, Master Reed?
Yeah, and then from there we'll go to the banquet hall and get something to eat.
I really want to go to the pizzeria.
What the hell is a pizzeria?
But I can make pizza.
We have a pizzeria
What is a
here in
pizza?
Kegheim.
What is that?
It's sort of like a flat pastry with cheese and tomato and meat.
Like a sandwich without the top.
Sort of, but larger in pie form.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a pie.
Yeah. Unless
Oh.
you're in a place called Chicago, then it's really more of a cake.
What the hell is Chicago?
It's a horrible
What is
place.
happening?
Don't go.
Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna go back over to the Raven Queen Temple first. As you guys are getting ready to go to the tavern to eat, Drum, Arika actually comes towards you and says, Master Drum, we have the findings for you.
Good. Let's talk about over lunch, shall we? Or is it dinner time? Okay, what have you found? It's okay, they can hear it.
What? Why don't you just come with me? It'll be easier for you to explain to them.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Hey, Balin, you might want to come with me.
That's Balin?
Mm-hmm. It's a long story.
Okay.
Yep, he's not supposed to be here really right now.
Yeah, about
he's-
that.
He's kind of on vacation.
Jeez.
So, yeah,
This is
apparently
one
he's
fucked up
okay.
kingdom.
Yeah, this was just a test, you know. Now let's see if I could do this right. Deception.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, Mary. See, what had happened was...
It looks
Nah,
like
Drum's not.
it looks
Drum's
like he
gonna
believes
actually
you.
tell him the truth, though.
Okay.
Drum's actually gonna tell him the truth and everything on the way down there. If you want me to explain it on the way
Mm-hmm.
about it being apparently it was a vision. Balin saw it too, but a different version of it.
Okay, so
But
yeah. So Corinth and Grim, I'm gonna send you a DM with what she tells you.
okay.
I will leave it for you guys to discuss. Balin hears this too, but
Oh, okay.
I
It's gonna take a
will-
little bit to read.
yeah. But I will leave it to you guys to see if there's anything you want to say at that point once you read it, and then otherwise you can meet up at the tavern at the banquet hall to start eating, and you'll eat with everyone.
Do we just want to go to the tavern now?
Yeah,
or
you
where
guys
we
can
headed?
head to the-
I was just going to go
Yeah,
to the Raven Queen
that's what I was
Temple.
saying.
Oh, that's right. We were headed there.
Yeah.
first, right?
Proceed while we read. This is
Yeah.
gonna take a bit.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah,
hey, look, Master Reed. It is the Raven Queen's Temple. We have arrived.
You guys
oh,
get
goodness
there.
gracious. It's about time we have arrived.
Oh my god. You guys get there, but you don't see a sign of Balin, Drum, or Hadlin. You do see
Alright,
Arika.
do I
though.
s-
Well, why were we heading here again, Master Reed?
I got to talk to Ulrika about upping the defenses around the place.
Oh, yeah. Let's go talk to her.
So I'll go in on
we'll go in.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Master Reed.
I know that over the last year, since you and your followers have really moved in, you've been working very diligently to help us.
Wait, wasn't she with the other group?
No, she didn't go with them afterwards. She stays at the temple pretty much.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, got it. Okay. I was confused. I'm like, who the hell are we talking to? How'd she get there? Little vixen.
She's been practicing writing her name with bright X at the end of it.
Forming
Hyphenate, not hyphenate.
space time ninjutsu shit going on here.
But I know that you and your people have been working very diligently around Cakeheim to help increase it. Unfortunately, I mean, you saw who we just brought here as a corpse. We'll probably have to get rid of that.
You also brought the one that they're all looking for too. I hope you realize.
Be right back.
Yeah. So obviously, it's potential that we've made a few new enemies.
Yeah. I would say so. Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's probably not a bad idea if you're able to start putting up even more protective wards around the city.
Okay. We can
Like a lot
definitely
of them.
put some, but honestly, we'd probably need some of your forces to be more on the lookout. If they come to Kegheim, then we can definitely start putting up some wards to increase the city's protection. But your forces are the ones that hopefully prevent them from getting close.
I'm already going to be redistributing them a fair bit closer.
Okay.
Keeping a lookout and all, but I figure strongest defense of any city is a good wall. Magic makes good walls.
At least until they're broken.
Yeah.
Well, that's any wall.
Kegheim does have really cool magical walls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's also under a mountain, but
Yeah.
I mean,
It the way that it was the magic, at least Ranger can correct me if I'm saying it wrong. The magic that he described when it came in there was runes that hid it from being scryed upon and found. So
Yep.
it's like you can't find Kegheim unless you're invited kind of situation.
Mm-hmm. But you have been putting out flyers and stuff for Kegheim in the general direction. So it's been publicized a little bit, but yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we did give explicit instructions to the Tourism Bureau: do not advertise in Avernus. But you never know. I mean, some of them are a little.
Yeah, the Adventurers Guild is advertising everywhere too.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, so you never know what's going to happen.
Yes. So you're right. There is a lot of protections, but there's some other stuff going on that's maybe negating some of the protections, not all of it.
Yeah, so I'm not expecting this to be easy to find, but you do have to take into account eventually there is that possibility that they do. So it's good that we teleported in with our late friend, but probably getting rid of her possibly away from here is probably for the best. This way they can't scry on her body or anything. Or who knows what else the devil can do. So I feel that you're probably the best qualified to understand what to do with that, and also to erect those wards and protections around the city even more. So, of course, anything that you need, the Crown is at your full disposal for that.
Okay. We will build up the walls to protect King Hadlin. I mean Kegheim.
Yes, and I will. I'll be sure to put in a good word with the king of how diligent and hardworking you are with us.
I would very much appreciate that. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
All right.
And one other side question. Do you happen to have anybody who's a gifted alchemist, perhaps, that may make healing potions or salves or anything of the such?
No one really. We have some that are in training with Apumat, but otherwise, no.
All right. All right. Well, good luck to them in their training. So I will leave you to your work. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll walk out and collect the group and start heading towards the Royal Mess Hall.
Okay. And then Hadlin and Drom, any questions before you guys all meet up again?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'm good too.
Okay. So you guys all now meet at Ye Old Royal Banquet Hall in order to have your dinner, as it has been a very long and exhausting day. And all of you are now there except for Dwayne, who is still feverishly just writing everything in his quarters, as far as you know.
We found Ellie.
Yes, she's learned this trick where she sleeps on books and she learns.
Yes, very handy.
She refuses to teach that to me. That's how she got so good in the Cobalt Soul. Dang it.
The ancient osmosis technique.
I've tried it many times. It doesn't work.
Why aren't we at the pizzeria?
I don't know. This is where food's food. I'm starving.
We can
They
go to
make pizza here.
That's true. We can order pizza from Iron Crust here at the
Oh my god.
at the Golden Tavern Inn.
I'm sorry I slept so much. I just that whole fight with the tea and everything was very taxing.
Yeah, it was a lot going on. Balin's back though. That's pretty exciting.
It is.
At least for one day. I am glad to be back.
Oh, speaking of which, we learned something very important there, Master Reed. Elione found this out.
No. What did she find out?
I
Relay.
yes, I relay the previously relayed information.
About Tiamat.
I don't
Yeah.
have it in front of me right now.
And Vecna and everything.
Yep.
Yep, Vecna, Hand of Vecna, Archon, Tiamat.
Mhm.
Something about bloodlines.
Yep.
Yeah,
Know anything about
so Balin, just out of curiosity, I know Mom and Dad were big into Vecna. He's not like a crazy uncle or anything, right?
I don't know.
I make sure that we're in an ultra rare. I send everyone out of the tavern except for the bartender.
Okay.
But we're literally in the King's Banquet Hall.
Yeah, we're in the King's Banquet Hall.
They decided
Right.
they're meeting you all at the banquet hall for food instead of the tavern.
Okay, perfect. I'm just
Yeah.
making sure no one else is anywhere near this
Yep.
place.
No, we
You
can
can
send
keep
somebody
the
out to
servants
Pizza
out.
Yurt later if we need. but
Yep. Pizza yurt. Okay.
Hey, this kingdom. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it seems the Vecna body parts that graft onto people are most effective apparently if it's a blood relative of some sort.
That sucks.
Uh,
I mean, as far as I know, I am not a blood relative, but I am thinking back on what happened. Now, bear in mind, I was very young. I know that the ritual did involve blood, but I don't know whose or what.
Like I said, that sucks.
Well, in the vision, they wanted Balin. 1 + 1 might equal 2 here.
I actually do believe that that is probably the most logical assumption. The rest
And
of
yet-
my community was basically wiped out after the battle, as all followers of Vecna were basically killed on sight.
I mean, is
Well-
it a good idea for you to go back to Avernus, into the mouth of the lion, as they say, right there where they want you to be?
I will trust in the High Priestess. I'm sure she is aware of this as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope that she wouldn't be literally serving you up on a platter. I mean, the people that she's got you going with seem fairly strong, so there's that.
And there are even others stronger. I'm leading the second squad. The leader of the first is even more powerful.
Are you working in concert with one another, or you have different assignments?
We are working for the same general purpose, but in different areas. But we are in constant communication. We have dubbed ourselves, me as the B team for Balin, and the other one as the A team for Artemis. He is the leader of the first squad.
God almighty. God damn it.
Every time he comes in, you hear do do do.
Yes, yes. The trumpets play the entrance. If you're in trouble, and if you can find them, maybe you can contact the B team. Like, didn't we ask for the A team? Well, I'm the B team. It's the best we could do.
I mean, the worst part is that every time they go to Avernus, they have to get one of them drunk on milk to get them to go.
I know, right?
I pity the fool that has to fight the B team.
Okay. All right. Did we learn anything else of consequences on all of our research and stuff today? I know that Master Reed has set up the events for getting information out to our allies and friends. Anything else we need to know? What happened to your hand, Master Drum? Why does it smell like burnt oak?
Long story. I'm hungry.
Okay, we just.
Did you guys find anything interesting, new?
Nothing I didn't already know or suspect.
All right. So I figure I sent out messengers to start setting up appointments for us to make diplomatic reach outs in a couple of days. So we do have a couple of days to kill in case we wanted to go anywhere else. I'm still all in favor of us going and having a conversation with Critty's father.
From.
Well, by conversation, I mean cutting his heart out and feeding it.
From.
So, anything else you guys want to do?
Besides eat, anything else we need to discuss?
Have we? So we know why Loth is. She's kind of the one that's pulling the strings. We know what Tiamat wants. She wants to get out of Avernus via some method, possibly the Luxon Beacon. What is it? What's the specific tie for Ukatoa? I think we need to figure that out.
Freedom?
Yeah, that seems to be a fairly common thread. I mean,
Maybe they all want to be free. Well, Lot's not really bound. But then she's getting the destruction of the Kryn, so she gets something out of it.
it also seemed that Lothwithin was looking to draw back her lost followers.
And we personally kind of dealt Ukatoa a blow by keeping the staff away from them.
I was not aware of this. Okay, useful information. Okay.
Yeah, we kind of messed with Ukatoa a little bit.
This makes sense now. Okay. Anything else I don't know that I probably should know?
Does anybody know anything about an island in Ukatoa?
No.
Ukatoa lives in the ocean. There's lots of islands.
Okay, that's kind of what I gathered. Didn't seem very helpful.
No. Before we would go and tangle with Ukatoa again, I'd want us to, I don't know, have a better weapon to whack them with.
I mean, but of the three, I mean, I think even Leo would say that Ukatoa is the least threatening of Loth, Tiamat, and Ukatoa. We're gonna have to fight one of them.
Yeah, but I mean, it's evil deity?
Well, you start with the lowest one and you work your way up. This isn't like when you see in
Well-
3, you hit the one in the middle.
Well, you are
Well,
saying
no,
that,
and-
but you also need to fight them on water, Hadlin. Do you want to fight a deity, maybe the weakest of the three, in water,
You do know we're speaking of a deity, like this.
and a water to dwarf?
I mean,
I just throwing these things out here. There's no one else going, oh, fight a deity. No, we do it all the time.
let's hold off on fighting any
spontaneity.
deity.
Yes, I'm on that plan. Let's not
I'm
fight
relatively
any deity.
sure Critty's father is not a god.
See, he seems a more reasonable target to go after. I don't want to go to the layer of hell, of the abyss and fight Loth, or Avernus and fight Tiamat, or underwater hell to fight Ukatoa. Let's leave that off the drawing board as an option. So are we okay? Good call, everyone.
Yeah, it's like Plan B. Let's call it.
I think it's like Plan No.
Well, hopefully, but
Oh, and Balin, I don't know if you knew this, but since I became king, I kind of had a conversation with a dwarven god, and he told me I didn't have to worry about water anymore. So I'm not worried about water anymore. What do you know?
But
That's not a good reason to face Ukatoa.
What does that mean? Don't worry about water.
I'm not afraid of it anymore.
But can you swim?
No.
So then shouldn't you still be worried about water?
Oh, is that the way it works?
he spoke to his god therapist and he
No,
gained the
but
power to sink like a rock.
We have water breathing. We're fine.
Yep. I got
That is
Ellie.
fine.
I got Ellie for that. See, Ellie's always with me.
As long as
Not
you are
arguing.
prepared.
Argue with that logic?
I promise I won't sleep again during the next battle on the ocean.
So, what's the plan and course of action against Tritty's father? What do you
Well,
think there, Master
I mean,
Reed? Do we just
he
go there?
does
and-
run an organization, so I think first things first, try to get into Humperduke unnoticed. Observe
Okay.
him for a day or so. Try to
Wasn't he
figure out.
Isn't he already like in the Kryn dynasty somewhere? Isn't that kind of what Balin said? Or...
Was he? I thought that he was still in Humperduke.
I thought he was in Humperduke.
Because I thought he was still planning his.
Oh, okay.
Critty's father, for all I know, is still inside the Drendelian Empire. He moves between Hupperduke and Zadash, but he is, I believe, has some ways to get into the Kryn, but everything seems to be just starting. I don't think he has gone there yet.
Interesting.
I mean, in theory, we could go and take care of him before we go and meet with the ambassadors.
Yeah, we'll just tell him we'll go get the looks and
Well,
make it
we
for
should
him.
observe first his
Well, that's what I'm
actions,
saying.
who he's with his movements and things before we just go storming in.
Well,
you know?
Well, yeah,
do you
we'll
remember
just
how
take
we
him
got
out.
to him? He is not the easiest to get to, especially without Critty.
Granted.
He's basically underground, despite being in the city. So,
Do we know?
Oh, how
if-
about this? What if we start messing with his operations and bring him to us on our terms?
I like that. We know that he's running a lot of the criminal organizations there in Humperduke.
I mean, why go into the lair of the beasts when you can bring the beast out to you?
I'm all in favor of some vigilante justice.
Could be a start. We do have a month, so we could start causing some chaos with his organizations and things and affecting business and make him come to us.
Go and get a little bit of a head start, and then we go meet with the ambassadors, and then we go right back to smashing up his businesses.
Seems a legitimate way to do it. Well, not legitimate, but I mean, you know what I mean.
Well, it'd be legitimate for us. I mean, he's probably given the illusion of trying to be legitimate, but
And he has dealings in Sadash, so we could go after that as well. I mean, we need to learn where he is operating from, start from there and work our way up. Start causing havoc, get his attention, focus on us, be a distraction from his main purpose, and then bring him to us where we cause enough chaos and mischief that we can bring him out to us. Because walking to wherever he just is, he's seems like suicide.
I agree.
Well, he tried to get my parents' spell book, right? We could
He
use
did.
that to lure him.
Put it on the market that we have the spell book as possible sellers. Put some feelers out, set up an ambush.
Mm-hmm.
See, this plan's coming together.
Well, probably then the best place to try to sell that would be Zadash.
I agree.
You figure Pumont will probably be a little more above the table than buying something like that.
Don't you think he'll be stronger in the Dwendalian Empire and Hupperduke and Zadash if we put the book was for sale somewhere in the Kryn dynasty? It would bring him out, and we know he's got to go there too. I don't know. I'm just trying.
But we don't have the resources at our disposal, say in the Dwendalian Empire, than we would in the Kryn, because again, we face the possibility they won't like us there, and that could complicate things.
Yeah, my only idea for reaching out to the Kryn is have the Kegheim's Crest send out letters seeking adventurers to come to the Adventurers Guild.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
You can use that as a front to yeah. But I think I like the Zadash angle. We start going to the black world, the underworld, start putting out feelers. I'm sure, Master, you have ways of doing that quite easily.
I still know a few people in it.
Put the word out. An unknown buyer has got a copy of a certain object that's something, however you would word it, and that we set up a meeting with him and him alone, but see if we can try to draw him out that way.
All right, so we head to Zadash in the morning.
I think so.
Well,
anybody else? Any other ideas or places? I know that you're going back to Avernus.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we know. You need to be very careful here, Balin, because I think you're a big piece of this.
And I just want to put it out there one more time. We could go to Avernus with Balin. I'm just saying we could fight Tiamat and go right now. I know no one else wants to.
I really don't.
I would go with you, Hattie.
Well, y'all have fun.
I know. I'm just kidding this time.
I mean, I'd rather that Balin not even go to Avernus.
Yes, I'm not.
Yeah, actually, I do want to go with Balin to Avernus. I don't want him to go alone. I'm sorry.
You are a king. Kings don't just go to. Oh.
I am also not going alone. Don't worry.
Do you have a nice home there, Balin? It's like a vacation area.
I mean, yes. With all the bones and carnage surrounding you, did you build one out of the bones there?
We have someone that can cast a mansion.
Makes sense, yes.
Do we have that?
At least it's warm there.
No, we do not have that.
No, Dwayne probably can. He's just, busy writing right now and can't say whether or not cast mansion. He might have taken that.
Be nice.
Mm.
All right, so we eat up. We get up in the morning, get what we need, head to Zadash. We don't all have to head to Zadash.
Might as well.
But
if we start to tangle, we may want the extra muscle.
That's true. That's true.
The king needs his knights.
I keep forgetting that we're knights.
Knights of the Round Table.
We dance whenever able.
We do routines and chorus scenes and put work in back.
On the second thought, let's not go there.
Oh, Elione, I'll dance the Dwarven Soldier Boy if you want me to.
And I'm going to go eat my dinner now in my room.
In fact, I don't think that Balin's seen the Dwarven Soldier Boy. I totally forgot.
What is
you don't want to know.
Okay.
Oh, my light's not working. 1 second.
As long as we're also just discussing our preparations, I did go over and speak with Erika. She's going to redouble her efforts to put up even more protective wards around the city. I told her that I would let you know of her efforts, and she seemed quite happy that you would be aware of her actions.
Oh yes, Master Reed, you have those wonderful ear things too.
Oh yeah, and I'll start passing out the earrings. I'll say very important things with this. While you're wearing it, if you want to send a message to one of us wearing one of them that you can see within 120 feet, you have to think Pumat.
There's a password.
So the first thought word has to be a poo. Then you can say up to 25 more words mentally. You don't even have to say it. And we can respond back and forth mentally. You have to start it with a poo.
That's pretty cool. I like it.
I think it'll help. I put the order in a while ago, so.
Yep. Seems like something you designed. Good job.
Seems handy, so.
I'll note that on your review.
Thank you. Hopefully it'll come with a raise this year.
I'll do my best. Kegheim's coffers aren't, they're running low this year so far.
I know. Huh.
Inflation getting to Wildemount.
Yeah.
And I gotta pay for the repair of a floor and a farm, so that ain't gonna be cheap.
A couple of planks of wood, and I thought
that's why you have insurance, King Hadlin.
Yes. I was approached by this slender green dragonborn that was trying to sell me other insurance. I said, no, I'm already with Flo, and he looked dejected and wandered off.
All
right. So we eat, we're merry, and then we'll get up in the morning and do our things and go to Sadesh.
All right. So you guys kind of go to your respective quarters. Balin will head to the Raven Queen Temple. Anything else you guys want to do before you guys head off for the night?
Just before I go to bed, I'll spend a good hour or so playing fetch with Ronald.
Okay.
Just training him up to grab things and such.
Okay.
Keeps coming back with like small other things you don't know where he got them from.
It's like a foot.
Yeah. You just see Reach slightly bury it. We don't talk about this ever.
I never saw this. You're a good boy. You're a good boy.
You see Reese in one of Balin's extra boots. Like, uh-oh.
All right. Anything else anyone wants to do? Okay. So you all go to sleep for the night and then wake up. You guys have your long rest.
Thank God. That was a mess.
Yeah, I was down a spell slot.
That sound quite a few. I don't have that many either.
Me neither.
Okay. And it is time for breakfast. You guys can meet up at the banquet hall again. Have your meal.
Plate of waffles, fresh fruit.
Omelet bar.
I'm getting a breakfast pizza.
And then Balin just eats a little bit, and then I believe it's time I have to go.
All right, my friend. If you need help, reach out.
I will. Communication still has to be a little bit sparse, just for everyone's safety, but I will try.
Good luck.
And he kind of starts walking away while you guys are in the banquet hall to the teleportation circle.
Somebody's playing this slow, unhappy Hulk music.
Balin, give me a few minutes before you leave. I need to talk with Drum here for a minute.
Oh, okay. I will go to the Raven Queen Temple and pray before I go.
Sounds good.
Okay. So Balin heads to the Raven Queen Temple. Then Hadlin, do you ask Drom to go with you, or what do you do?
Yeah. Drum, me and you need to go have a conversation.
Right, okay.
Should the rest of us close our ears?
I don't know.
They can just talk through the earmuffs, the headset. You don't even have to talk; you just think it. And
That's
it'll
what I
just be
mean, yeah.
Amazing to hear the entire conversation.
Yeah.
Apu, so what did you really do? Apu, well, this is what.
Hey, Google, call Hadlin.
Yeah.
Yes, my lord. Job's done.
So I just look at Drum and do the
Ah.
Apu, do you think we should tell him before he leaves?
I think it might be a good idea. But then again, it might be a bad idea because he might be walking into a trap.
Make sure you start with the poo. Just saying.
That's what.
Not a P, a poo.
Oh, God.
That's the fun of it now.
Apu to you.
A poo matatata.
Well,
Apu, we could just run into the trap for him and not tell him about it.
Pooh, that might be a good idea.
That means Apu, that means we have to tell the others something, though.
I'm so happy.
You know what's funny is we're just looking at each other like he's sitting almost next to me and we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just me, Master Reed, or do they look constipated?
It might have been the pizza they had last night. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Or the heavy fiber omelet that you are eating.
Hey, Master Reed, do you think they're full of a poo? Get it?
Oh, it could be.
I know this is a whole lot to Apu, this is a whole lot to take in right now.
Apu, I think we're just gonna tell everybody else. This is gonna be way too much.
I think
for me
this
to
might
keep
be a
in.
good idea, yeah.
Apu, there's no way I'm gonna be able to keep all this in. Apu, no
And there's
way.
no way I'm
That's
gonna
not
keep
even
on being
better.
able to say Apu.
Really? Look
All right,
constipated.
guys. So Drom and I have some stuff we got to share with you about Balin, most likely.
Okay.
You want to know like the full, blunt, scary truth, or do you want me to just kind of hide the details?
Yeah, we don't want details. God forbids.
I want details.
I mean, yes, I was being ironical.
All right, let's all go to the Temple of the Raven Queen. We might as well just talk to Balin at once.
Oh,
I don't see any reason to hide all this. Might as well tell him too, unless you guys think it might be so bad that we should just talk about it first.
We don't even know what you're talking about, Your Highness.
Well, I'm trying to be vague first, but
Okay,
Why?
let's just go. Oh God
because
Almighty!
it's really bad.
Well, then let's
So
go
say
there.
it.
What is it?
Drom, do you want me to tell him, or do you
Oh,
want to
for
tell
the
him?
love of
Oh,
God!
bloody hell.
Well, I mean, you are the king.
But I usually put my unique spin on things, and oh damn, this is gonna be big.
Where'd you get the
Just
information?
said, oh, damn.
I'm going to
Oh.
murder someone.
It's probably gonna be Balin. Do you want to just? You can go now.
Go
Balin.
where? What are we
Balin, you are the
doing?
father. No.
I
said-
will reach into the middle of the table. I
Well-
will pull over an entire sort of roll, a long like hero roll. I'll cut it open. I'll just sort of start piling eggs and bacon into it, close it up, and say, "All right, let's go to the bloody temple then."
All right, I'm gonna try.
Why
and
are we going to the bloody temple? We don't even know what's happening.
Because maybe Balin will give us a straight answer at it.
Okay, that's good.
he don't know yet. He don't know yet.
Oh my God!
Yep, he don't know yet.
I will start to rage eat my breakfast sandwich.
I start rage drinking early in the
I
morning.
sense a lot of insolence around here.
And a lot of rage.
Insolence?
There's a lot of rage, insolence, and eating and drinking out of frustration as you all head over to the Raven Queen Temple. And you see Balin just sitting there and doing his normal meditation. You see his little black rock in front of him, as he always does. And yeah, and his little Raven Queen little statue as he's praying.
Oh, that's a cool little rock.
I got some shitty news, Balin.
Oh, but he like gathers his stuff. What?
By my mom Tyrdia, and by my grandmother Helga, and by my great grandmother, you know, oh, this is gonna be difficult. Well, so once upon a time, there was this boy named Balin.
Oh no!
Born from 2 followers of Vecna. Basically, he was the child of Vecna, and yeah, that sucks. And some people have a really scary treasure on an island that he really wants, and he probably can't resist. And I don't know what that means. It sounds really bad. And yep, I think I covered everything, right, Drum?
What the fuck?
I don't think I could have said it better myself.
Oh, that's terrifying. So,
Yeah.
Balin is Vecna's kid. So, which one of Balin's parents was Vecna?
Well, I mean, it was a creepy ritual, I think. You know, wink, wink, son of Vecna, wink, wink.
So, they did a creepy ritual to adopt you.
Tiamat's involved, and so's Uk'otoa. That's why there's this creepy triangle. I haven't quite figured out the Loth, but she's kind of in there too. But
Was she the godmother? I mean,
I don't know. I forget stuff. I'll have to think about what I was told.
I'm beginning to see that.
I am very confused.
You're not the only one. Nothing in those rantings and ravings was anything was coherent.
Well, this is exactly what I figured. Like I said, I didn't learn anything new, except for the island part. That's why I corrected myself.
Anything new?
Where did you find this out?
Well, I could tell you, but then
He's the head
Then
of
I'd
the
have to kill you.
king!
Yeah.
I had my
Then
priest
we're the
look into
knights.
stuff after we saw the
Oh, that makes
the
sense.
vision,
Okay,
so-
okay, here we go.
Okay, so what did the priest see?
What I said.
All right, Drom, your turn. Let's try this from the beginning. All right. Somehow, train of thought here. Just follow me along here, Drom, and correct me if I'm wrong. All right. So Balin was chosen to be offspring, son, some form child of Vecna. Is that correct?
Sounds about right.
I was being sacrificed for Vecna power.
For some purpose.
Yes.
Okay. Makes sense.
The specifics
And
I do not know, but I know that was what I was in for the ritual and the torture.
Now we're getting somewhere. Now, and then what does this have to do with the island?
it has something to do with Uk'otoa.
Right, but what does that have to
Uk'otoa
do with
blew up the
Balin?
island. Well,
But which island are you talking about?
uh,
Oh, I don't know which island, but it was an island that Uk'otoa wanted something or other, and he was stopped from it. So it'd be in recent history. Maybe if I thought about it for a minute. Can I make a history check on this island?
Are you
Going
talking about
to
the
lose
one where?
my mind?
Are you talking about the one where there was that water festival thing? That
Oh shit! I didn't even think of that. It could be that island. Yeah,
And isn't that
There's
where
a resort there now.
that's where I talked to one of the dwarven gods. Yeah.
I am
So-
so confused.
So
Do we
Balin,
know what Uk'otoa wants?
So they want Balin because remember the vision. They want Balin to.
That much I have figured out already. That I'm confused about the
other-
rest.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure myself, but the key important thing here, Balin, is sending you back to Avernus sounds like suicide.
I do not believe so. I do not believe that the Raven Queen or the Pride Priestess would put me in danger.
I mean, it's not that she's not putting you in danger, but I mean, think about what is transpiring here. We're talking on a divine level, pieces on the board being moved, and you're the centerpiece.
Yeah, basically they're setting some type of a spooky trap for him on this island, from what I can see, and I think that we should go and, kick the trap wide open.
Spring the trap.
What trap?
Spring
I don't
the trap.
know. I didn't design the trap.
No, I thought the island thing just meant to go crazy. I thought you've already been to this island, and
We have, but they want him to come back.
and we want to take him there because why?
Then doesn't
No.
Avernus sound safer?
I think so. Go to Avernus. Don't go there.
Right. He needs to go to Avernus. That'll keep him away from this island. I agree. That's why I didn't want to tell him about this at all.
I
I'm
don't
sorry,
even know why
Bailey.
I'm going to the island, so that's fine. I'm confused.
I'm so lost right now.
If I tell you why you're going to the island, you'll want to go to the island.
Oh. Well, then
You
don't
know
tell
why
me
he
that.
has to go to the island?
Maybe.
Oh, God.
You guys can roll insight checks.
Wait, I can?
Yeah, everyone can.
Yeah, anybody can.
Ellie doesn't even really care anyway, though. She doesn't. She's just on board with Hadeline with whatever.
I just.
All right, roll against us.
Wait, what did you say?
Like
Insight?
Insight, yeah.
I know, I kind of know, but I don't know if it's like the real reason, basically. So he's definitely lying, basically, or embellishing.
He's
How
not
about that?
intentionally lying. He's just very unsure, but trying to promote confidence.
There you go. That's it. Yeah.
Oh.
I just give him a very, very diarrhea look.
Which actually, Ellie, you believe he's completely forthright and completely confident. Reed and Leo are very skeptical.
All right.
All right,
Let's-
so let's let him go back to Venice, and then when he's gone, King Hadeland can tell us what the hell is going on. Then he doesn't know.
Alan, is there any way we can, like, magic you to where you can't go there?
What?
I don't even know where there is, so...
You told me where it was.
Are you talking about that island from a long time ago?
Oh,
Or
shit.
Avernus.
Oh, shit. Never mind.
I have no
What?
reason to go
Balin,
there.
Balin, just go. Go now. Go to Avernus. Go now. Please, quickly run. Run to Avernus. Go.
Oh,
Just
okay.
go. Good luck. Godspeed, my
Okay.
my friends.
Uh,
Yes.
Bye,
Good
friends.
luck. Good luck.
Bailey, do you have any, like, real questions? I'll be a little bit more serious about the stuff I know, actually. The other stuff I don't know a whole lot about. I'm dancing a little bit, I admit.
I will, as much as you are dancing around, I do actually trust all of you that I know. Leo is new, so I do not know him well, but the rest of you I have gotten to know, and I will trust you to handle what you can up here. I hope you trust me to handle what I can in Avernus. I will do what I can to delay whatever is supposed to happen with Critty. And
All right, how about this? You got 2 king's orders before you go, or kind of 2 tied into one. Don't go to an island. King's orders. If you find an overwhelming urge to go to an island to get something, you contact King Hadeland or someone in Poor Decisions.
I will. Okay.
Swear by the Raven Queen.
Can we at least make it so that it's an island not in Avernus? There are some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You can do that.
I can.
You can go to. I'll tell you what. Go to all the islands you want in Avernus. Get like a magma, Mai Tai or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will swear the oath to the king that I won't go to an island in Exandria, and if I do have an urge to go to one, I will let him know.
I look at Reed like, did I cover everything?
I haven't a clue.
Shit.
I don't know. I think it sounded pretty good to myself.
All right.
You sure you're gonna be able to do that, Balin?
just
I mean, Drum, the king's done all the talking here. Maybe you want to just cover anything I might have left out,
I
because you
pray to
know.
God not.
I mean, I will need to use one of my teammates to send you a message, but yes, I should be able to do that.
Trust me.
Okay.
This is ultra important. Just trust me.
Do you trust your king? Yes, you do. Good man.
Okay, should I go now?
Yeah, it says, please hurry. Before our brains melt.
It's like slowly,
Good luck.
like slowly backs away. Good luck to you all. Bye. And Balin just starts to like speed walk over to the teleportation circle.
As soon as he leaves, I just look at Hadlin like, what?
I'm running towards Balin to hug him goodbye. Like as you go to turn towards Hadlin, he's bolting through the door after Balin.
So Balin
Reed
is
walks
speed
over
walking.
and lays down on a bench, wets a rag, and puts it on his forehead.
I give Elioni one of my swords. Could you kill me, please?
Balin, as he's heading to the teleportation circle, all of a sudden hears clunk, 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 clunk behind him as Hadlin is running. Balin turns around and sees Hadlin just coming at him at full dwarf bull rush speed.
You're lucky I'm not enlarged, and I just barrel right into him and hug him.
Aww.
Burst straight through him
Oh my
like it's a
god, you
wall.
are gonna knock me over. There's no point. So yeah, I immediately fall to the ground with Hadlin on top. After
Ooh, let's do a pile-on.
Oh god.
You hear Erika
Group
scream.
hug.
I don't. You're not listening to me. Take this sword and stab me with it, please.
Gladly. Ellie takes the sword.
Blade sings.
Oh my god, Blade sings Leo. Oh my god. Balin does hug Hadlin back. Then what was that for, Hadlin?
I missed you, pal. Good luck in Avernus.
Ellie wants to hug too, even though she doesn't really know Balin that much.
I really am not in the hugging mood. No.
And Balin takes his backpack off, puts it down, opens it, lifts out of the backpack a rock, and looks at Hadlin and says, I miss you too. And then puts it back in his backpack and then begins walking to the circle.
He's really into rocks. You have to tell me why that is, Mr. Reed, when we have some time.
A training regiment.
Oh.
And then Balin takes the teleportation circle and is gone.
Next time we need to have like a whole bunch of like citizens of Kegheim be throwing flowers and stuff when he leaves. No,
What is wrong with you?
Note that down, Dwayne.
King Hadlin, what in the hell is wrong with you? What the hell was that?
Don't we want to like make sure he's a little, keep him on the down low though, in case you know who's looking.
We're in the Temple of the Raven Queen. What the hell was that?
About a minute later, Reed, you get a message from your guys at the farm. Farm is safe. Balin has left with the twins.
I'll respond, crumpling up a piece of paper, throw it in the fire. Good. Keep the extra guard there. Make sure the place is safe. It's our main food progress. Start instructing Thoridir hour a day in swordplay.
Okay. You assume it went through. You don't get any particular response back, but
Okay.
Okay.
I'm so lost right now. So anyway. 'Tis a dash, Master Reed, because I don't even want to try to figure out what the hell I just listened to.
Yeah, I desperately want to murder Gritty's father now.
Yeah, let's go murder someone. Yes, I think
You're
that's a
not
good
the
plan.
only one.
You know what, Mr. Celino, you come with us. You stay away from those two.
Apu, Drum, Adlin. We're gonna go kill Critty's father now. Come on.
Well, it's about bloody time. I was talking about doing that when we first started. back before she became the demon, remember?
Mm.
Actually, I think you were into that one as well, Reed.
Oh yeah.
Still don't understand why we kept him around. The matron needs to have some words with him on the other side.
We were trying to be friendly to Critty, and usually murdering someone's parent in front of them, even if they're an estranged parent, can rub some people the wrong way.
All right. Off we go.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, Hadlin and Drom, roll a intelligence check for me.
Should they have disadvantage on this?
Should the rest of us that had to hear all of this roll intelligence saving
Okay,
throws?
so what am I rolling again?
Just
Sorry.
Hadlin and Drom, roll an intelligence check for me.
Oh, this is gonna be beautiful. See, I told you.
Okay,
Oh,
perfect.
Jesus.
Of course.
It's fine.
I'm ready.
You guys are good.
I'm ready to go to bed.
I was gonna say I probably can't use my Indomitable on that.
All right. So you guys use the teleportation circle, make your way over to Zadash, right?
Yep.
And then what is your plan?
Well, first things first, let's go hit up Pumat.
Okay. And we will stop it there. We'll stop it there for today. So you guys have made your way into Zadash, and we will start next session with your wandering into the Wandering Vagrant.
I have no idea what the hell just happened.
Me neither.
Yay, it worked, Hadlin. We did it.
We saved the day.
Yeah.
Even I was kind of confused by what they were doing. It's pretty funny.
That's exactly what we were trying to do.
I know, it's actually pretty funny. I love that there are like parallel plots, and like the way you guys are picking between things is awesome. I can't. It's just. This is working so much better.
I mean, you guys should know better than this already.
I legitimately have a
time.
headache now.
I did too.
Like, I have absolutely no idea what the last 20 minutes happened.
This happens every time you let Hadlin and Drom get together and do stuff.
Yes, that should never happen again.
Yeah.
I mean,
Future
literally,
plans.
my notes literally are like a question mark.
Well, I mean, if you want a few more minutes, the king can explain it again.
No, let's wait till next week because I'm tired and that melted me. I've been up since.
That worked out
tired.
so much better than I thought it was going
I'm,
to.
it's time to say 99.
You're welcome,
everybody.
Finn.
It's just
My
fantastic.
brain's fried.
If you want information sheltered, give it to the dwarf.
Or the orc.
Oh my God.
Meanwhile, the information broker of the group gets none of this.
I'm also one of those.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So
like
to be fair, you haven't really put out feelers yet to try and get all this additional information.
I've got an entire spy network that's been scouring the continent looking for information that will be important to us.
Yeah, they've been looking more towards Kegheim. They have not really been informed of everything regarding Tiamat yet by you.
Because it happened an hour and a half ago.
No, I'm aware. But if you remember, the reason why they got stuff is because Drom teleported away from you guys,
right.
went back, put in the request, and then came back. He basically ditched you in order to tell them. So they started looking for information faster than your troops.
Yeah.
Someday I want to play in a group where nobody keeps secrets.
Hey, that wasn't secret. That was just
That's
me
a-
No,
telling
it's
a
just
story.
gibberish. It was just gibberish.
Yeah,
Good
that was telling a
old-fashioned
story in
gibberish.
character with a shitty intelligence check.
And that's our king.
I will tell you, you will start getting information with your group now that word is spreading around Kegheim about everything.
Oh my god. All right. Can't wait till next week.
Good.
Tune in next week when we see both Reed and Leo
Heads explode.
and turn into a pool of icky goo.
Will
I'm
Hadlin be
gonna
able
go
to
call my
explain the story?
7-year-old niece and have her talk particle physics with me now.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go watch something sciencey.
Will Hadlin or Drawn be able to explain the story coherently? Will Reed or Leo not pass out at hearing the story? Will Ellie actually be awake? Find out at the next episode of D&D Wildemount. Okay, let's go through everyone and get some last words. Corinth, any last words for everyone?
King always tells the stories correctly, even if he forgets a line or two.
Oh my god. Johnny.
Apu, thank you for watching.
Ranger.
Yep.
Ouchie.
Thanks for coming.
And Grim.
Apu, thank you for watching.
Oh my god. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next episode. Take care, guys.
Bye.